So on the count of 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
That was poorly timed.
That was sad.
It was perfect.
That was perfect.
Shax would be proud.
I even almost missed my hands. Like,
I think I hit the side of my finger. I'm just like, hey.
It sounded almost
Need to
like
clap more, Guardian!
it sounded almost like you were planning to start. It's the real thing. We're doing it right now.
Hello and welcome to Pixels After Dark. I'm one of your hosts, Joe. With me, as always, is the pixelated traveler herself, Ruby.
Hi.
And we have the talented Tyler himself, or Tyler's iPhone. Tyler's muted right now, but Tyler, are you there?
yeah, I can say hi real quick. What's up?
Perfect. All right. Oh, that was great. Welcome to our GuardianCon Artist Alley special. With us tonight, we are not alone. We actually have a full house tonight. Everybody say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
What's up?
Gotta get some more coffee in all you.
Hello.
I'm telling you right there.
All
right. No. But we're going to dive right in. We're going to go. This is actually a really special episode, and I can't thank everybody enough for coming on and, sharing in on this all together, because GuardianCon is a very special thing in and out of the Destiny community, but also the Artist Alley has been a part of it since the beginning, and the artists and the art and the community have always been at the heart of it. So doing a special episode and having so many talented people on that are hosting booths this year, but have been just amazing day in and day out in the community, creating amazing art pieces and creating content and interacting with everybody and being just so damn cool. You're all so cool. Gamma, you're so cool, man.
You're so cool, dude.
I see he's doing the head bob, so I had to acknowledge it.
You're breathtaking!
Thanks, Barry. Absolutely.
E3.
As we go in, we're going to spend about 5 to 8 minutes with everybody chatting. We're going to be diving into the prep work everybody put into their booths this year, what they're going to have at it, and where we can find them. But we're going to dive right in. In between each guest, we're going to be doing a little fun thing. Instead of just cycling through everybody and just talking, we're going to throw in a little bit of trivia. So we're going to be asking trivia questions as kind of like a transition to everybody. So everybody's going to get one. Some of them are a little tricky. Some of them are kind of easy, but they're either going to be Destiny related, art related, or GuardianCon related. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have the answer to 2 of them.
Is it about floor
Nice. So it's not a test.
No, it's not tests.
It's questions.
It's questions.
There's no math involved, is it?
You'll have to find out.
Ooh.
There's one that's got a little math.
The reason I went into art.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
not conducive to artists, I think, but we'll see.
Right. First person that is going to be joining us is Irresolute. And you just came back. You rushed back from a wedding, didn't you? Just to be on this.
It's amazing.
I mean, rushed there was no traffic. There's usually a lot of traffic. I live in the DC area, so it's usually pretty wild, but it was easy. And it was a wedding where I didn't really know. I knew one person there and the groom. So I was like, hey, cool, thanks, good. Oh, love you too. And I had to, because I just felt way out of place. But it was great. It was great. He was a really good friend of mine. I love him so much. He actually helped me a lot before GuardianCon last year, helped me test out some streaming things, which I never really did a lot of. But it was great. He's great. He's a wonderful dude.
Awesome.
Is he
man.
Great?
He is.
Super great.
Sounds 100%.
Sounds so great.
Just to start off, I'm going to give you, everybody else is going to be kind of random, but I'm going to give you to kick off the trivia question. Do you want it to be art related, Destiny, or GuardianCon?
Ooh, I get to choose?
Yep. Nobody else gets to, just you.
Dang. All right. Let me throw me a Destiny one.
All right. This one is probably going to be kind of easy. we're gonna go back to Destiny 1. What is the name of the Death Singer in Crota's End?
Iryud? Is that Iryud?
That was a little easy for you. I should have got a different one.
I mean, I did a lot of Crota's End.
I think everybody at one point.
That was actually a turning point for me. Was I switched off of Xbox because of the clan I was I was with, the people I was running with only wanted to cheese that raid, and like I could not bring myself to do that because pulling an Ethernet cable is not playing a game. It's
agreed.
Tech work.
Thank you.
So I just very fortunately got to start doing some raids again recently, and I've had like just in the past 2 weeks 3 Crown of Sorrow completions and a Last Wish, and before that I had done like 2 on PC, and the teams that I got to play with were I felt really fortunate because they wanted to like teach the encounter and then learn it and get better. And I've always thought that the raids are like learning to be in a band, to play music, and like you learn your part, and and there's such an amazing part of the game compared to so many other video games I've played in my life that it was just like I switched over to PS4, got into bigger clan, we did a lot more stuff, and the game really blew up from there. But it was like, oh man, Crota, it's good memories.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
It's awesome hearing how passionate you are. I mean, a lot of people share those feelings as well too, but it's amazing that a game can do that, right? I mean,
yeah, for sure.
Well, let's dive right in. Can you tell us a little bit about the prep work that went into getting ready for your booth at GuardianCon this year?
Yeah, so it's a lot of things, so I'll try not to like dial into too much of it, but like, so I set a goal a couple months back, sort of solidified it into, wanted to try to finish up 13 paintings. And a lot of it goes into each one of those, but like getting ready for the actual show, I managed to finish 12 of the original ones that I had planned for, and then 6 others that were not planned that just sort of came up. And I've been printing, I've been grabbing like packaging materials, like getting stickers done. Like I know a bunch of the others that are prepping art are going to talk about this too, where they got all the extra, like, because it's not just you make your art and then you're like, cool, hey Pete, I shared it, did you like it, did you want to buy some, did you love it, cool, thank you. It's like 6 other hats that you have to wear. You have to be ready to like market yourself and have all your extra materials and your packaging and your logistics, because you have to like make sure you can fit it in your bag to get on the plane. Or I'm driving, so like I can pack a lot of stuff, but it's, oh man. So just figuring out what I wanted to present to my fellow light bearers and say like, hey, I got all these are things that from the game that inspired me, that made me feel like making art and sharing it with other players. And just like printing and packing, I guess, is like, I gather every single one of us doing basically that. You get your materials ready, put it somewhere safe, get to the convention.
Nice. I love your Jade. All your pieces are so unique, and I absolutely love your Jade Rabbit piece. That was the first one that like really grabbed me, that I saw circulate, so it had such a wide reach on that one. And I was just like, I have to have a print of this. It was just epic. And then I see this one that you have behind you. I think you were saying that one's going to be at GuardianCon, but dude, it's
maybe
so gorgeous.
And I've shared this with a couple people that I'm trying to work a project out of that. And I don't think we have quite enough time to do exactly what I had started to plan up. And I wasn't really super sure the plan was great, but I'm going to bring it because I have this van. I can fill it up with so many things. I'm just going to bring it. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I started this actually last year, just before the convention, and didn't really feel where it was going. And so I just sort of let it sit, and that happened again. And now it's evolving into something else. You'll see. There's a couple of secrets with that I've
awesome
at the convention with some people, and then after that. So yeah.
So are you bringing a lot of prints down with you?
Yeah. Oh, still I literally while I was at the wedding that I went to, my printer was still running. So like I came home and I was just, oh, please don't have like eaten a whole print and like jammed up the rest of the paper in it. Because it's like I had to cut all of this paper down really specifically from a larger size that didn't fit into my printer, but I needed like the specific kind of paper, and it was like really hard to find. So I was just like, I'll just modify. But yeah,
Nice.
it's I've got about so far I've printed about 120. I'm trying to do another like 50 or 60 at least before, and then I'm literally bringing like a little miniature production setup with me. I'm gonna have my printer and everything is traveling with me, so I'm gonna be printing literally up to the like go walking to the convention to sell art. I'm gonna be prepping more because I'll take any extra minutes that I have to produce some extra stuff.
That is crazy. You're a madman. Oh my god.
There's a lot going on. It's wild too. My job, my day job, is also like at this super critical moment. I'm not allowed to talk about that super publicly. It's a game. I work for an MMO called Legends of Ariam. We're getting hype for some big things, but it's
Congratulations!
there's
That's
so much
awesome.
stuff going on. Yeah, thanks. But it's like everything's going on the same weekend. Wait, go to wedding, go to prep for GuardianCon, leave for. It's like wild. So I'm stoked,
man. So
I'm
are
really
you gonna, dude? Were you there last year?
I was.
Yeah.
My first year, I went. I heard Broman on DCP talking about how like, well, last year we had like 7 or 8 artists and they all sold out, and I was like, shit, man, I gotta get my act together. I gotta go.
That
And
sounds good.
literally like a month before the convention, I cranked out 3 paintings and then emailed Omni, I guess, and I was like, hey, can I still get a booth? What's up? Give me a booth. And there's still booths, and I scraped and I got everything together and went. It's like 2 weeks of prep. It was wild.
Were you printing in your van in the parking lot?
I literally also was.
Had a Jenny running,
I
slid
had,
out the back door.
Okay, so not in the van, but in the hotel. And yes, like
Very
right
cool.
up to the wire. So
Nice, man. Are you going to have any exclusives or limited edition pieces at your booth this year?
Sort of. That's part of the
secret.
So yeah, actually, I some stickers. I mean, I'd say that like flippantly, like just some stickers, but I've made up some stickers for exclusives.
Very cool.
100 of them.
Nice. Oh.
Rez.
What's up?
Your canvas pieces are the most exquisite of traditional art. Will you have
Thank you. It's also kind of wild to hear, and I know I feel like I'm going over time, and like someone should play me off, but like I just really quickly I love hearing people. I was talking to a friend, the only person I knew at this wedding tonight, about how wild I think the use of the word traditional is for what I do, because I do the main thing I did before I started branching into Destiny art was basically abstract expressionist art, which is sort of one of the most modern of genres of art, and it is definitely not thought of as traditional. It is sort of the opposite of that. Like traditional, I think of like an oil painter who's like still life, or like a figure painting and it's like perfect, and I throw ink at stuff, and I don't think of it as traditional at all. But it's like so wild that it has branched, and there's this like the digital side of things has really become this like crazy solid and amazing part of art, and I love seeing it. Like there's so many people who are on this call, and I'm going to shut up in like a half second, I swear, that are like doing digital work that I just think is amazing, and I love that it is like flipped, and I'm the traditional one. It's so wild to me, and I'm so excited by all the cool stuff that people make. Like the digital paintings are like so incredible to me, and I just don't have that. Like I learned how to put pigment on string, not light on pixels. So it's
your thing scares the ever loving out of me.
Oh, like what? Oh,
like
permanence?
Like having like real hard touch, tangible pigment.
Yeah,
it's that the permanence of what he does. Every stroke has to be right, otherwise you have to do it again and again.
You can paint over it.
You can paint over so much so easily. But I feel like the digital is so malleable. But I'm sure someone else would be able to explain that from their experience in a lot more appropriate way.
Well, there's a lot of unexpected things that can happen when you're working with physical, and they can seem like a mistake at first, and then you're like, oh, actually, I really like that.
Yeah.
And you work with it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of chaos in, like, y'all have all seen it, and thank you so much for the kind words about it. Like, there is a lot of chaos in some of what I'm doing, and I do it on purpose, and I've done it so many times now that it doesn't necessarily feel like the same kind of chaos. It's, there's a measuredness to it, but it is like, it's something that I rely on too. Like, I want it to happen, and in relying on it and working with it so much, I still get those variations, and that's still one of the things I love about working the way I do. But it is like, there's a lot of practice in it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
It's really nice to have some insight on your art.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody got any of the info of where everybody's booths are going to be at GuardianCon. But besides being in Artist Alley at GuardianCon this year in Orlando, Florida, where can people find you and find more of your art?
Oh, yeah. Yep. So my website is irresolute.com, IRREZOLUT. I started reciting an email address: India, Romeo, Romeo, Echo, Zulu, Oscar, Lima, Utah, Tango.com. It also redirects to variate.net. Oh, look, I said Echo, so
your Alexa's kicking on.
Sorry. I should have known.
Awesome.
Stop, Echo, stop.
I have placed the order for bath mats.
Well, thanks, man.
You're welcome. I'm sorry that my stupid thing is still talking. Echo, stop.
I've got thunderstorms happening around me, so I'm gonna make sure I be very, very careful about when I'm not muted, because it might like hit really hard.
I have the same thing here. We have some storms rolling through here, and I have a window right next to me, right by my monitors.
Oh, you're good. No worries. Awesome. All right. Well, we're gonna roll on, and the next question is gonna be for Tanya, and her question is gonna be a little trickier. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Tanya, what is the semi-official name for new Destiny players? And this is referenced by Bungie in a December 2014 tweet.
Are you talking about kindergartens?
Absolutely am. Good answer. I thought I was going to catch somebody off guard with putting actually the reference date and everything into it, but
I absolutely love running into kindergartens in the wild. It's fewer and farther between with mostly I do raids and menagerie nowadays, but whenever I zone into EDZ and I see a level 2 and I'm like, oh, a baby,
I feel you. I absolutely love seeing new people come into it, and I can't wait till this fall with the Destiny 2 New Light.
Yeah,
I'm so curious to see how many new people are going to jump into it. Can you tell us a little bit about the prep work that went into your booth this year?
Oh boy, there was a lot. This year I ordered a whole bunch of merch, including stickers and these little acrylic cell phone charms, and the cell phone charms, and pins too, and everything. From previous convention experience, I knew to order things far in advance, and so the pins I got in like a month ago. The charms, it was the first time I used Zap Creative. It was the first time that I had used that company, and it was taking them a little bit longer than I would have liked, but they all arrived in, and so
very cool.
I've got these little engrams.
I have a mighty need.
I went through and I put. So when I got the charms in, it was only this plastic part here. So I took a pair of tweezers to put on the rings here and then attach the strap to, and I have a few different types of charms. I think this one may be a little bit difficult to see. It's see-through, and when you hold it up to the light, it looks real good.
I want at least one of each of those.
I've also got blues and purples and moats. I have.
Oh, no kidding!
Yeah,
There we go.
I have so many moats.
So those are already sold out.
So let me ask you something. If somebody grabs 5 moats, are people gonna be chasing you down, trying to knock you over? Is there a place we can bank them
Selling bank.
So should we wear shirt colors as to what role we take in game? Should I wear my red shirt?
If you'd like, I have a lot of different color straps, and for some of the motes I have red, white, yellow, and green straps for. There's a few of each
Very
of those.
cool.
And then also I've got mote stickers if you would prefer them in that form, and engram stickers I've got as well.
I've seen those. You've posted those on Twitter. I've seen a couple of those. Very cool.
The one sticker that I'm really looking forward to giving DMG is this. You can't see it that well on the camera. It says, "Number 1 got that bread."
Nice.
Sticker. Oh, and then my Exomoji stickers, which I designed this to look kind of like a cell phone. I've got
very cool.
These are little emoji that I made for my clan Slack, and I've since imported them into Discord. And I'm still figuring out. Yay!
Liz has got them.
So I've got a while ago I made that grin pin, and I've got 2 new ones for this year. Here's my whole spread. There is the grin, got hard eyes, and I also have wink.
How many of each of these are you bringing?
There's gonna be, I think, around 100 of each.
So I gotta go early. I gotta go early. Then, is what you're saying.
First day before the con opens.
Before the doors open, before the hive gets awoken, we gotta.
Yeah, so I figured Thursday when we're all setting up, we'll just have a big, just like a swap meet. We'll
that's a great idea.
I like the
We should
idea.
have done that last year.
Yeah, we really should have.
Yeah, because last year was like at the end, everybody's like, "Oh, did you? I want to get." Oh,
Everyone was out of it.
Pick something out. Just anything you want.
Literally, we should just do a swap meet early on.
The first people who come to my booth to pick up these pens will get these special limited pin backers that I've written stuff on, which the text is really tiny, so you might not be able to see, but one of them starts with, "You just never quit, do you?" And I'm pretty sure most of you know how the rest of that goes. And then this one is "Whether we want it or not."
Nah.
I want them so bad, but I don't want to like. I think they should be going to like your fans and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be taking them. Yeah.
I want to be selfish.
You can absolutely be selfish, Gamma. As far as I'm concerned, you've earned it.
Oh.
There is one convention exclusive sticker that I'm not going to print any more of these afterwards.
The moon's haunted. Very cool.
2 different variants. There's one that has a white background and one that has a clear background, so you can put this on like your.
That's going on my car. The clear one.
They make great decals, yeah. And I have so much stuff I almost forgot about another sticker. I've got everything next to me here.
Now, how long have you been prepping for GuardianCon this year for your booth?
Months. So part of it is coming up with the designs for these and then making sure that I order them with plenty of time, which some of them I've done a little bit better than others because my banners should be arriving on Monday. Those I waited a little bit longer than I probably should have, but that's kind of the artist life, and that's why printers have expediting fees. But yeah, I've been a few months ago I went into high gear putting in orders for like my pens, and then my stickers were the next things that I ordered, and that doesn't even include the time that I spent designing things. There's this sticker, the final design was slightly different than what I had come up with. And so this is something that was inspired by the Drifter, because there's never a time when the dude is not hungry. And I figured that's a sentiment that other people can kind of relate to. And so I made it into a sticker. And
you got so many cool things. I can't imagine. I mean, just the sheer variety of different things that you have for this year's con is amazing. I mean, Camo, you're going to have to grab me some stuff.
Man, that Drifter's lucky he's immortal with a ghost, because otherwise he's going to look like me.
Like, in addition to all of this, I've got a few original pieces of art that I'm going to be selling.
Oh,
Sweet.
that's awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. So where can people find you and find more of your art and pieces and everything?
So I've managed to centralize everything around my name. So if you go to tanyaember.com, you'll go to my website. If you go to Twitter, look for Tanya Ember, you'll find me there. I'm on Tumblr, I'm on Instagram. It's all Tanya Ember.
Very cool.
And
thank you so much for sharing all that. I mean, I know it was we're packing everything in there, but man, just what you showed right there makes me want to definitely have somebody grab some stuff for me. I want one of those engrams keychains. Those look so cool.
I mean, Destiny, it's a thing that has really helped me in a lot of ways, and I'm not going to go into it a whole lot right now, but it's something that really is driven me and inspired me, and I feel really fortunate to be exhibiting this year, especially with so much talent, like all of these people here, and meeting other people who love this thing that I love. I'm really looking forward to it.
I hope you have a blast, and I know you're going to have a great time hanging out with everybody and seeing everyone. It's going to be a great time, and if you wear that hat...
Are you going to wear that hat?
I am going to wear that. I can't wear it right now with the headphones that I have on, but look for this hat.
That is amazing.
And the big yellow banners, and that's how you'll find me in Artist Alley.
If you're not tuned in live and you're listening to the audio version of this, and Tanya just... she's going to make it really easy for you to find her. She's got a cowboy hat that has like the Shaq's horns, like long horns coming out the side with a cow face and the sheriff mirror shades. So if you see that, that's Tanya, and go check her out and get some really awesome goodies from her. She's going to have so much cool stuff. That hat, my God. That's awesome.
I assembled this hat. It's something
perfect.
that I made. I'm very proud of it.
It is perfect. It is perfect.
I would never be able to find that, and I live in Texas.
It only could have been created by you, so it had to be.
I do make them on commission. So far, nobody has taken me up on it.
They might after GuardianCon.
Yeah,
I'm hoping.
Changes the game.
Definitely does. All right, thank you. Well, Ruby, should we ask the next person an art-related question, or keep it focused with Destiny for now? Actually, I thought this one was kind of fun, and it might throw a little people off, and it might disappoint some. But Mr. Monkus, I have a question for you, and if anybody else knows the answer, feel free to throw it out there. If give them a couple of seconds to try and answer. But the actor James Franco once sold a sculpture made of what?
Think of the wildest thing, like toothpaste,
butter.
Empty promises.
I have absolutely no idea. If you'll give me a minute, I'll Google it.
Nope.
Created the famous urinal.
It's an open book test.
All right.
I have no idea.
James Franco once sold a sculpture for $10,000 made out of fresh air.
I was the closest.
Yep. This is true.
Oh my God.
Yep. Honest to God, James Franco once sold a sculpture. It was considered non-visible, and it was made of air.
Come on.
For $10,000.
That's ridiculous.
What a genius.
Not really an art question, but I thought it was a fun question.
Probably owed a friend $10,000, and this was some tax way he could get it back or something.
Yeah, that's absolutely money laundering.
It's un statue.
It's good, a salesman. That's all I gotta say.
See this? It's going to pay for that right there. 500. No. But Mr. Monkus, thank you so much for coming on with us, bud. Can you tell us a little bit about the prep work that went into your booth this year? Now, this is the second year you're going to have a booth, right?
Yeah, this is my second year. A lot of the same stuff from last year. I have some newer works I've done since last year. So we outsourced our printing last year to someone, and this year we did it all in-house. So we've pretty much been printing nonstop for almost a month now. And yeah, I got a lot. So
I got a lot.
Prints, some stickers. Lacey's over here throwing Cheez-Its at me for some reason.
I saw that.
I told her to in chat.
Did you?
I didn't see. Yeah, Farian over there starting trouble.
I don't know why she threw some Cheez-Its at me. She's trying to get my attention for something. Oh, Farian did? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see
He's dying right now. He's muted.
Of course he did. I don't even know what I was saying. I don't know. We bring in prints. We got stickers. We got some of the stuff we had from last year that we saved from last year.
Are they all one size prints, or are you going to have multiple size prints this year?
Mostly 8x10s and some 11x14 sizes, but not as much, just because most people that will purchase them there aren't going to be able to pack them efficiently, and I don't want to sell something there and I had people last year that get damaged before the day was even over, and I just, I feel bad when that happens, and I can't really replace them right there on the spot, so not without charging another, fee for it.
I learned a lesson from last year, and that was clearbags.com is apparently a savior.
Boom.
I'm guy. Yes, I'm bringing like 400 clear bags.
Yeah, we brought a lot of bags.
I got all of mine in bags.
Clear bags for the win.
So if someone wants to like slip anybody else's stuff, like I think we all got bags for everybody. Mine are tabloid size, so if you're smaller than that, you can fit, and we could share space.
Yeah,
we brought 1,000 8x10 bags.
Last year we had sleeves last year for all the prints, and this year we're actually going to have sleeves, but we're also going to have bags as well, because like he said, we learned that last year. That was a big thing for people. So, but yeah,
because it started like raining, right? It started last year. It started like raining, and like people because I didn't bring bags. I felt so terrible, and they're like, yeah, you just bring the stuff out, and it's just getting rained on.
That's Florida.
Yeah,
it's tropical climate.
A lot of people go there. They're not really, or at least last year, some of them didn't expect to buy some of the things they bought, I think, and they weren't really prepared for it. But yeah, same thing, dude. Just lots of prints, some stickers, a few smaller prints. It's really about it. I mean, we're not really going a whole lot of variety because it's such an investment. I mean, it took a lot of money to even get the prints that I'm bringing. So.
No, are your prints and everything going to be traveling with you, or are you sending them ahead?
They're traveling with us. Yeah.
Are you going to have any exclusives this year?
Not really. I am gonna. I'm working on a piece that I want to have for. I think we're gonna hopefully do something that from the artist that we're all gonna have a raffle for St. Jude. I think that's kind of in the works, sort of.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're trying.
Yeah. He's working. He's kind of heading some of that up. But I might have an original piece in there. A charcoal drawing. That I'm not gonna disclose what it is yet, but
more secrets.
Yeah,
yes.
So that'll be something cool because I don't have many original pieces out there, and not many people have seen a lot of my original charcoal work. So it'll be interesting, I think.
It's gonna be very cool.
You know what I want to
wait to see it.
I want to see some of Brian's original chibi work.
So the cartoons, the little ones.
Yeah.
We'll have some of those from last year that we saved that we're bringing back, but just as small postcard size things. I haven't done anything with GB since 2015.
I was going to say it's got to be at least 3 years.
It's been a long time.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Hey, brought back Thunderlord.
Yeah. There's so many people that do. I mean, between I think it's Kevin Reganet and Ari, Steph. She does a lot of chibi.
And nobody can beat Steph with chibi. As well.
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
Agreement
For real.
with that.
For
Yeah.
real.
But it's it's like, oh man, yeah, this is an original Brian Munkus chibi. It's almost like bragging rights.
A special quality to it.
That space on my wall right there is supposed to hold those prints I got from you, and I've been really lazy about hanging them up, so I'm really sorry, Brian.
What you got there, Farian?
That's fine. Farian's got one.
Oh, look at that. I love it.
That's
Solar Titan, Best Titan.
legit original. I
Yeah,
love
we'll
it.
have some. We'll have more of those from last year that we're bringing back, but no new ones, unfortunately.
How many prints have you signed personally?
Oh, I don't know. Last year was a lot. This year will probably be a lot more. So
You need to just get your wife a stamp and call it a day, man.
I was just thinking that.
I did learn one thing. I think I'm going to stick to the last name only this year versus my full name. A little faster.
Thanks for sharing, man.
Yeah.
So if people don't know you and want to find more of your work and follow you on socials, where can people find you?
Socials, everything is Mr. Munkus. So except for Instagram. Instagram is my only different one, with Brian Munkus being Instagram. Mr. Munkus for Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, just about everything else. And then, of course, if you want to order prints or anything, it's brianmunkasart.com, which right now I don't have some of my larger sizes up yet because we had to reorder materials, and I probably won't put them back up until right before GuardianCon because everything's been so hectic. It's just it's hard to restock and put forth the money for GuardianCon at the same time. It's a lot of investment.
Right on, man. Well, it's going to be a blast. I mean, I can't wait to see how much fun you guys have this year down there. It's going to be a blast.
It's so much fun. I just enjoy the atmosphere so much.
Just keep an eye open for Farian. He's an instigator, so he's going to instigate people throwing Cheez-Its at you while you're down there.
Seriously, I'm like, what is happening?
It's important. Somebody has to do it.
Yeah, we might need the snacks. I mean,
I did bring them water and food last year to keep them alive.
Farian was a blessing.
Was it Steph who suggested to bring like protein shakes in your backpack or something?
Maybe.
But that's a good idea. That's what I'm gonna do. Drinks.
I was mentioning, was it meal replacements?
There we go.
Yeah, we'll all start drinking in shore because we're getting ancient here.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. All right. Well, we're going to keep on moving down the road. Our next trivia question, this is going to be a Destiny one. This one is probably going to be pretty easy. If you played through Forsaken, or if, how many times you played the missions. In Forsaken, how many Barons were there? And the next person we have up is Miss Strea Obscura.
Oh, God. So not a big fan of those guys, so I didn't really... I think is there 8?
Ooh. That's a good guess. That was right, actually.
Was those true?
God, you played me.
You got it. It was 8.
You made me think I was wrong, so I'm like, crap, I'm not a Destiny fan. I gotta uninstall now.
Camera's going off. I'm sorry. No, awesome. Thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you.
And really good guess with that question. I mean, you nailed it. Tell us a little bit about everything that you put into the booth this year. Is this the first time you're going to GuardianCon hosting a booth?
This is my first GuardianCon. I do a lot of conventions all throughout the year. It's my main thing. I'm kind of like in the same route I think Rez was last year with the whole, I started a little project. It got a little traction, which I can tell you guys about. And all of a sudden decided, it was like, why don't you go to GuardianCon? I'm like, a month out. I'm like, well, I guess I'll see if there's booths available. YOLO Swaggins. And so I started, I decided I was going to go with the Destiny Dragons project. I do those where I take weapons and characters, things of that sort, and transform them into dragons. Like, everybody loves dragons, right? I mean,
And
you
they're
can't beat that.
phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Really good.
It started out as a joke one day. A friend of mine, we were in the car, and he was like, "You should make dragons of Destiny weapons." And I was just like, "That's so stupid. Nobody's gonna like that."
Writing it down on a post.
I know. I was like making mental notes of it as I'm just like, "You're crazy. Why would I do that? I don't know why I would do that. I would never do that."
It's like Zach Galifianakis, the equations all over his head.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Wait a
oh
minute.
shit, the list just starts getting longer and longer and longer and longer. Which ones are gonna do?
And then
man,
it was awesome.
Yes, I started out doing Thorn. That was the first one I did. I figured that one would translate very well. I posted it up on my name is Bythe's channel in the art group on there, and everybody was just like, I mean, they blew up, they loved it. And I was just like, oh wow, this is a thing, and posted up on Twitter and had tagged Bythe in it, and he RT'd it, and it went from there. And then it went with the Whisper Dragon was next. It was like, well, I've got to do Whisper because it basically already is a dragon. And so started from there, and now we're 26 strong. I guess you could say 29, depending on some recolors I've done and things like that. I have.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's quite a bit.
I have punched them out lately. It's for sure.
When did you start doing them? Like,
oh goodness, when did I post the first one? I want to say it was like February, March-ish.
29 since then.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Busy bee.
Very much so. Very much so. Yeah, I got some things, of course, here I'll show you in just a minute of all those guys. So what question was I answering? Wow, I forgot what question I was answering.
What kind of
sorry.
You're good, no worries. What kind of prep work went into the booth this year?
The prep work. Oh my gosh. So a lot of my inventory is brought from other conventions. So, I make a lot of handmade stuff, and so it's like if it doesn't sell, I just bring it to the next one, et cetera, et cetera. The explanation, of course, the exception being with the Destiny Dragon, since I just started those, that's a brand new thing that I'm having to prep. So I don't normally do prints, so I'm having to figure all that out. Be like, oh my gosh, how do you do prints? I only do the semi 3D work. Like, how do I only do originals? And so that's been a madhouse finding a printer and making sure everything arrives on time and making sure I had all of those done. And obviously the investment that Brian mentioned is definitely there. I've got a tally over here on my board how much I've spent and stuff of that sort. And then I hand make all my paper crafts and everything. So each and every one of those is made and packed up. I have the enamel pins came in from the Kickstarter, and it's just a matter of getting everything in here and getting it in my little old car. I have a Sonic, so it's not a very big car. And so I'm going to be packing it full of everything and hoping that I can bring as much as possible. Oh,
that's awesome.
It is.
Are you going to have any exclusives for GuardianCon this year?
I am actually, and this is actually a moment where I can show you one of my paper crafts for those who have not seen them.
I just got to say how epic your backdrop wall is right there. I mean, that's crazy awesome.
I'm a real life Ahamkara with a horde and everything, So this piece here is an original craft of mine.
Oh my gosh!
I'm a real life Ahamkara.
What's that mean?
Oh my gosh! Right. So this is paper crafted Black Talon, and it's got like hollow work on it. I'm trying to see if I can show it in the camera. It's hard, but it's hollow-fied here. It's got the glass beads and everything on it, and it's hand cut paper. So I cut it all out with X-Acto blade and put it together with a foam skeleton and everything, and it's kind of close to life size.
This is cool. That is amazing.
That is awesome.
So semi 3D.
You posted one last week that somebody's got to grab something for me. Ruby.
Make a list.
Make a list.
I'm going to.
Absolutely.
I got a list going right now. No, that's awesome.
So
you cut those all by hand.
Yes, everything is hand cut. I have been asked a lot if I have a vinyl cutter or anything of that sort, and I actually do not. And I have bought up to like the $2,000 and $3,000 machines, and I've returned every single one of them because none of them can cut the detail that I want in these a lot of the times, because they do have errors. They are machines, and I ended up having to go back and fix a lot of those errors, and it was just like, well, I might as well just cut the whole thing out at this point. So, and plus I get that handmade tag that that I can be like, no, I didn't stick this in a machine, and no offense to those who use machines, of course, but I can kind of sell people that way. They have an original,
handcrafted,
handmade.
I watched you do that the other day. You were streaming prepping, and it was like, that is some endurance to cut that many cuts. Like, I'm cutting like 50 pieces of paper. I did like 10. I was like, I'm tired of this. It's one straight line. I couldn't keep doing it. That's like, it's wild. The detail on those is just like exquisite. They're so cool looking.
Thank you. I wish I had it out so I could show you guys, but it's not necessarily an exclusive, but one item I bring is I do have a life-size Yallarhorn papercraft. It is 50 inches in length and everything, so I will get to show you guys at the con.
Stoked.
That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be, man.
Very excited.
I can't even express how amazing your craft is making each one of those. And I mean, they're huge pieces. I mean, it's not like you're putting I'm with iRes right here, where cutting a straight line is like, I might make it to the edge of this post and be like, nope, I'm done. He absolutely nailed it with the amount of endurance that you need to fashion all of those. And
I've cut off the tip of my finger too, so I'm shy with it. I don't want to keep. It's hard work. You gotta
I've
be
definitely
real
got plenty of scars. X-Acto blades are sharp. In case you guys didn't know that. I have sliced like nut chips off my knuckles. I have done all kinds of crazy stuff, but I push through it and I keep going and hope that I didn't get anything on the papercraft itself, and check it to make sure nothing's on it and be like, all right, it's good to go.
It's dedication.
Can't be wasting materials, guys.
Now, how many of those GuardianCon exclusives are you going to have down there? Is it just the one?
There will be one. Only one.
Ooh.
The Black Talon is a special piece for me because I really do enjoy that. That weapon is all up in my aesthetic as far as like the purple and the blues, the iridescence and all that kind of stuff. And so it's really special for me to make it. And so it's something that I might bring to like 2-3 cons out of a year. This particular one, I actually sized it up from the original. I'm thinking the next one I might make it life size just to give it a little bit more, give each one a uniqueness. That way somebody doesn't feel like, oh, well, somebody's already bought one. I want each one to feel like definitely a unique piece.
Very cool. Now, where can people find more of you on socials and maybe more of your work?
Oh, sorry, what was that?
Yeah. Will you be showcasing any original art?
Ooh.
Well, actually, I consider all of my papercrafts original pieces, even though the art is digital, since I do the hand cutting, the hand building, and everything. I don't really do a lot of like traditional art per se, like paintings or anything of that sort. But I will have obviously the papercrafts that are one of a kinds and things like that.
Okay, gotcha.
And I have papercrafts. I have, like I said, the prints. I've got I'm sorry if I'm like running over time here, but I have like my enamel pins here that I'll be bringing, which are all based around like dragon scales, which I recently did a Kickstarter for. A few of you artists here, of course, backed it, which I super appreciate.
I was hoping so. Oh, they're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Did that last pin have the? Oh, Jose, look at that. That's awesome.
I can't see his camera. Oh, there we go. Yes, the ethereal pin. Yeah, it's my ghost dragon pin. I've got like this one here's like the wind one, and fire was the first one I showed you. They all come with like artwork and everything for them too. So they have dragons that match them and the pin, and I have stickers of all of them. Yep, there we go. Jose's got the print.
Oh wow, he's got both.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. Do you have a online store?
I do, actually. And you can find me on my website, which is artofso.com. Pretty easy to find me. I have all my papercrafts, the enamel pins are all there, the Destiny dragons are all there, my coloring books are there, And of course, with the paper crafts, since they're all handmade, I make them to order. But anything like the merch, prints, and pins and stuff, I can ship that kind of stuff, right away. So, and then of course I'm on Twitter, which is at Straya Obscura, which is Obscura. If you're curious about the last name, you can find me on Instagram under the same Straya Obscura tag, where I'll post. Sometimes I post WIPs and things like that. And then of course I have a Patreon where I also post more in-depth WIPs and like the artwork before it goes live and all that kind of stuff. And that is Art of SO. Same as my website. Sorry, it's a little mixed up. I'm still trying to get all those names in the same place under the same title. Working on that brand still,
The hardest thing.
I know how that goes. Well, at first I tried to use my first and last name just for my branding, but it turns out that there is some influencer in Britain who already claimed that, so I had to use a little M in the middle. So I know that struggle, but
Yep.
It's a long road getting that name out there, finding the one that is recognizable. But I think everybody's doing an amazing job so far. I mean, you guys are absolutely amazing. I'm going to be going, you're going to see somebody hit your website in about 20 minutes. So that's going to be me. No, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to keep rolling on out. And I got a question right here. This is going to a pretty easy one. It's going to go way back when. And the question is, Nolan North voices Ghost in Destiny, but who originally recorded for this role? And Mr. Indulgent Human, Jose.
Yeah. It was Peter Dinklage.
That's
Dinklebot,
absolutely
baby.
Dinklebot.
Lord Tyrion himself.
Oh,
that's right.
Best ghost.
I still have all the
sure?
original voice recordings from D1 of his. Somebody ripped them. And I was like, I need to get that downloaded.
I thought it was Sam Jackson. It's not Sam Jackson.
That wizard came from the moon.
He did come from the moon.
But I just have to say, the first pins I ever got were Jose's pins. And I absolutely went head over heels for them. And I think I own all but one or two pins. I can't wait for the next one to come out. I love the backboards, the style, the pin, all the design, everything. They're just, you knock them out of the park every time. And they're just so amazing to have. They're actually right behind me right here on my Destiny bag. Could you tell us a little bit about the prep work that went into your booth this year? Did you have a booth last year?
Yeah, that last year was the first time I had a booth. The previous years, I just came around, met a bunch of friends that I knew from Destiny playing the game, the last few years. First time I met my raid team was through GuardianCon. Actually, it was Destiny Community Con back like 3 years ago. And then I was just giving people random playing cards that I made several years ago. If you got one of those, then it was just a way to, there goes, Con has it.
No, yeah. Oh, I got a couple of those. Sweet.
I would just give those out to people as just kind of like a thanks for having a chat with me kind of a thing. And I never really thought it would be anything. And then people were like, oh, you should make more of this stuff. And you should make a whole deck. And I'm like, that's a little bit much, but I can try. So, chipping away at that slowly without, hitting those gray areas of, am I breaching Bungie IP? Am I going to get, that kind of a thing. So, and then for the prep for this year, it was same as last year. I said, oh crap, I really want to do this again. And Warlocks and Titans said, Guy, where's my pins? So I said, this year I'll bring some Warlock pins and some Titan pins. So I'm going to shout out Steph for this one. She said that one of them should be a Stein. So this one is a...
the Sunbreaker Stein.
Can't really see it. It's a
Sunbreaker
Stein.
best class.
So it's got the Sunbreaker eagle on the top of it with a Arhamkara bone as the handle. Because Sunbreaker, a Titan would do that. And
mighty need.
And going into making more stickers, and I did 11 by 17 prints last year, but they were huge and people were like, I don't know if I want to carry a giant print. So I'm doing some smaller ones this year. More stickers. I'm bringing back the final boss stickers with the first D1 raids, and expanding the Guardian starter kit, which has like all the materials and a few more ghost shells and stuff in it now.
That's awesome.
Curious how long you've been prepping for, because I want to say that you started almost as soon as you got back last year.
It was kind of like I did some as soon as I started getting back, and then like I cooled down. I didn't do anything over maybe like 3 or 4, maybe 6 months actually. And then in January again, I started back up, and then really started like ramping down, saying, oh crap, I really need to get this stuff done about like 2 or 3 months ago. And I'm still waiting on 1 pin and like 4 stickers. And those are probably going to not come until the day before.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. That's,
Down to the wire.
So down to the wire. I shipped out everything today, and I'm just like, oh God, having a heart attack just a little bit.
I'm sure it'll all work out great in the end. Have faith. Stay positive. But if those pins and stickers come in late, just have the neighbor expedite them down.
Yeah, right. No, everything's going there. I was calling around saying, hey, you need to change the address because I'm not going to be home. Send it to the hotel. Send it to the nearest FedEx place. I don't care. I just need these things. So yeah, that was my scurry.
Nice. Awesome. Are you going to have any exclusives this year?
I was debating on doing that. I did a Sundance shell sticker, so I may make that an exclusive only for GuardianCon, but I'm still debating on whether I'll do that.
Very cool. Awesome. And you don't do very many.
That's a hard yes vote from me.
It's a hard yes.
Who said that? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's everyone loved Cade. I also have a ramen ticket sticker, so I was going to, couple those two together. And then everyone voted for an Imperial sticker, so I made one of those as well. So, you can grow fat, with your ramen ticket and sticker.
Need to upgrade my chalice. Will these be compatible? Can I just buy them from you with money?
Pay to win because literal pay to win.
Rez's face was so serious. Just then too, though. It was an honest question.
I need those coins so bad.
Are those Imperials?
Somebody that does prop work could make bank if they made a bunch of chalices before GuardianCon.
Seriously.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I wonder if anybody does that kind of work.
This is one of the can't really see it because it's not focusing. Oh, this is the Warlock, the Voidwalker's Vial pin. It's not focusing very well because camera.
That is going on my lanyard with your other ones.
And then the Dawnblade one is a little skinny little guy there.
He saved me a void one.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys just hit me up and I'll save one for you. So in total, it's 8 pins? I'm missing 2 of them, but you can do what you got.
How many are you bringing down of each?
It'll be actually pretty limited this round. It'll be 50 of each. Just to save space, because last year I bought, maybe like 200 of each of them, and I brought 2 bins with me, so it was kind of a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot, but they're just so gorgeous. I'm sure they just fly. You just hold it out. Somebody's going to swap swipe their card, and it's going to be one fluid motion. They're going to grab the pin and swipe the card at the same time and keep heading down the row. No, it's going to be awesome. No, that's awesome, man. Yeah. I got to get that Sunbreaker pin. I'm a Titan main in Destiny, and I literally cannot play any other class. I just suck with them all. Titan's the only one I can actually play with, and it's like shoulder charge. No, but yeah, that pin's absolutely epic. I gotta grab that. Where can people find you and more of your pins and awesomeness?
It's all Indulgent Human everywhere, literally. IndulgentHuman.com is all of the merch. You can buy it there, and then all the social media is Indulgent Human as well.
You have an Etsy too, don't you?
No, everything is through IndulgentHuman.com.
Is it? Okay.
I started out in Etsy, and then I moved straight over to using my own site. You get more control over metrics and everything like that. So, and being a tech person is kind of like, I need all the details. Give me everything.
All the details.
Give me all the
details.
The deets.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast. Yeah. Save me a pin, Ruby. It's on the list, just so you know.
Yeah, just DM me, man, and I'll put one aside for you.
Awesome. Well, we're going to move on to another trivia question. And this one, we're going to get away from Destiny for a second. This one's going to be kind of GuardianCon related. Now, this is going to be kind of a tricky one. I don't know if everybody knows this, but who are the founding members of the GuardianCon convention? And this question is going to go to Mr. Impact Woodwork. Can you list the team over at GuardianCon?
We got Ben Broman, or Professor Broman, Gathalion, King Gathalion, and King Magic 101, Kevin.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding.
Very good. Nailed it, man. Mr. Impact. I don't feel like calling you Mr. Impact Woodwork.
That was like my first name ever.
Was it?
It was actually Mr. Impact, but I changed it to Impact Woodwork. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Mr. Impact
my father.
was my yes.
Somebody was going to say it. I was going to say it. No. Can you tell us a little bit about the prep work into your booth this year? And did you have a booth last year?
No, I did not have a booth last year. I saw the booths and I was like, I want a booth. So, but so the prep work in my booth. So I made my own table for my booth because I don't want to use just a regular like the plastic table because I make tables, obviously,
Hardcore parkour.
But no. So the main thing, the big ticket item on my booth is going to be the Gambit coins, which you could kind of see here. I mean, I have like a bunch of them here.
Yeah,
there's a bunch behind me too.
One of those so bad. Oh my god.
So I planned on making in the beginning. I only planned on making 100 of them, and it like blew up. So I pushed as much as I could. And I think I got up to like 280 or something, and then I have like 30 that are set aside for people. So each one of like they take around, I don't know. Just one probably takes 30 minutes because it takes like 50 minutes on the actual CNC machine to make one. And then like the rest of the work is hand sanded, painted, hand painted, everything. So, and I've been at it since like, I think March, late February. So it's a lot.
Could you hold one of those coins up again?
What's your favorite class?
Titan.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I have string too, so if people want like a long string as a necklace or like whatever, whatever, I'll have it there for the coins. They don't have them on there now, obviously, but I'm gonna be bringing over some original stuff too. The box that it's in, that's original. It's made out of like walnut and ash. It's pretty cool. And then I got a Thor hammer. I'm bringing 2 of those. One of them someone won in a raffle already. And then this one's obviously going to be for sale. It's a USB port. You can plug it in your computer, headphone port, all that.
Chad is requesting you hold up a Warlock one, please.
Actually, that's one sitting right here because that's my favorite class.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't mind my animal noises over here.
But yeah, here. So this is the Thor hammer. It's got like the USB ports on it, and then you can put like your headphones on it. You can put like your headphones like.
That's crazy.
How much are you selling that one for?
This one it's made all out of walnut, so it's like the higher end one. It goes for $400 or $425. Sorry, $425. But if it's a lower grade wood, it obviously is cheaper.
Sweet.
That's so clever.
What else? The headphone stand I made for the other. You guys obviously know Darkness 429. It has his logo on it. I painted it. Timmy. Yeah, and then I can make like cell phone holders. I think I have. So this is a guy named Sir Slaw. It's like you can put your phone in it. Yeah.
Oh, it sits at an angle, like you put it on the table. Like,
Yeah. So
right now, I have mine leaned up against the
Yeah,
monitor.
Yeah, exactly. So I can make those because my CNC machine can route out like simple like pictures and logos. That's that. And then I have some stands for the coins. They're like mini phone stands, but they fit the coins. And then I have like stickers.
Are the stands sold separately?
I didn't even think of that yet, honestly. Honestly, I didn't think of it. I only have, I think, 16 of them, and I have like 300 coins.
So yes.
Oh God.
I'm gonna yeah. Yes. But
what if someone buys one of every coin, they also get a stand?
Hey,
so
Making deals.
that.
Making deals
One of every
already.
coin,
Look at
one of
that
every
gamma
coin.
trap.
There's 17 different kinds of coins.
Whoa.
Yeah. See?
And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to limit because I'm only doing half the first day and half the next day because I only have 300 of them. You know what I mean? So
right, they're gonna sell it quick.
Yeah.
Man, hey, from me to you, just letting you know, Jake's a smart guy. What happened last year was very intelligent, and I got extraordinarily jealous. Day 2, he was done, and he got to enjoy the con. I was still chained in my booth.
Yeah, I went back to my hotel room, took a nap. The rest of the day.
Okay. All right.
It
Well,
was pretty nice.
I literally walked by. I was like, I got some water for Jake. Where's he at? He's like, he's gone. He's sold out. He's done. Like,
nice.
All right.
It's like, you won his balloon? He just left it here.
So I sat in his booth and I signed autographs for $10 saying I was Jake. It was cool. Worked out real well.
Nice. But so there was a little issue with I spoke to somebody from Bungie about the coins because they're making their own coins for GuardianCon, but it's only the Gambit one, the Gambit logo or the Drifter logo, whatever. And so there was a little issue because they're kind of similar. Luckily, theirs aren't going to be green. I think for the actual their actual logos, like all the races and the classes, I'm only going to be able to make them for GuardianCon. So after GuardianCon, I can't do it. So I'm only going to be able to do So I'm only going to be able to do like I have Dr. Lupo ones, Professor Bromé ones, King of Thalion ones. I can keep doing those after because I have their permission. But after, I can't do any of the Bungie related ones.
So what you're telling me is that every single one of those are exclusive.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. 300 exclusives.
Those wallets out.
Now, are you going to try and sell the table too if you sell out? No.
Table's mine.
Everything must go.
Even the table. Buy the
Kitchen
table right
sink.
now. Kitchen, throw the sink out. No, that's awesome.
I have just like stickers on my logo, like a pixelated logo. That's it.
Wait, hold that back up.
It's just like my logo. Someone in chat, I don't know if he's still here. He made it pixelated, but somebody else made the actual logo. His name is Spikles. There he is. Yeah, Sam.
Oh, yeah, Spikles.
Spikles.
Hey, Spikles.
The hero we don't deserve.
No, we all know Spike. He does all those cool pixel art for us.
Yeah, he made it into pixel. Yeah, it's really cool.
Doesn't Bungie have like his pixel art guardians as like all their wallpapers or something?
Yeah, there was a few.
Yeah, they showed it. It was in the background of their stuff. Yeah,
that was so cool.
But yeah, I think that's about it.
Awesome. Where can people find you and more of your work? I noticed you did post a picture earlier today on your Twitter of I'm guessing like kind of how your table's going to be set up down there.
Yeah, I have it all set up just without my banner. So yeah, I mean everywhere, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, I'm just Impact Woodwork. Just one word. That's about it. I mean, I have an Etsy store. It's not super updated, but I usually take commissions through like Twitter, DMs and stuff.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And
thank you.
Tell you what, man, if
Awesome.
I think you're playing it pretty smart with only bringing half the coins the first day and the rest on the second day, because you're kind of giving the people the opportunity who don't have the weekend pass, the opportunity to possibly get one on the second day if they only have a day pass for either or. So that's pretty cool, man. I can't wait to see how just fast you sell all those coins. I know they're going to be gone.
Hopefully I do.
And that Thor hammer is epic. And I did not know that you could plug in your USB devices into that.
And it also opens up. You can open up one of the sides.
I didn't think it was that customed. I just, Jose, what are you doing?
Thing had a virtual background, so I'm like, oh, what is this?
Yeah, man.
I saw that. Yeah,
that actually turned out really good on yours. I tested it with Ruby and Tyler earlier in this week, and it was like consuming me. So I'm glad it worked for you.
You see, like the side popping up.
Sorry.
Oh, that
Kind of
is
put
so
stuff
cool.
in there. You can kind of put stuff in there.
Oh man, that is so cool.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Awesome. Put a big chunk of lead in there. And it's like, hey, just go ahead and pick it up.
Super heavy.
You're not worthy. Sorry, bud.
You're not worthy.
That's awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing, bud.
Thanks
We're
for
gonna
allowing me.
Yeah, no problem. We'll have to have you on again to dive farther into everything, all the woodwork and everything you do. I want to hear more about that machine and how you got into everything. So we'll dive into that in the future. We're going to go into our next trivia question. This one's going to be Destiny related, and is the name of the ghost that revived Aldrin Saw?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll give you a hint.
Oh, man.
It's a sandwich made out of meat, a particular one.
Non-kosher.
Well, get BLT. Close enough. It should be his nickname.
It's the McRib.
I need to call him McRib next time I see him. Oh god.
It's a really delicious Southern food. We're all known for having it. Eat it all the time.
I got it. Pulled pork.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. Awesome. Welcome.
I'll protect pulled pork with my life.
Shout out for that charades down there.
I saw that.
Yeah, right. No, Destra, thank you so much for coming on with us. Is this the first GuardianCon you'll be hosting a booth at? Have you been at any previous ones?
This is my first convention in general, so
Hey,
it's definitely going to be an experience.
it's going to be awesome. You're going to have a great time. How about share a little bit of the prep work that you went into this booth this year? I'm sure it was pretty.
We started by bugging Brian Monkus and Cobb and Gamma Trap, messaging about once every few days.
Yeah.
Asking for basically what to expect, and then aside from that, the past year, off and on, I've been throwing out some pieces, and in between going to high school and everything like that. So it's kind of, I fit it in when I could. I was drawing during class way too much, but yeah, I just ordered prints today. We'll get them by July 2nd, but thank goodness I live in Orlando, so.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was convenient.
That's very convenient. Very centrally located to exactly where you need to be for this convention.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. House. I do have to say though, congratulations on graduation.
Thank you. Yeah, I had to
awesome.
put my my Destiny art aside as I worked through 19 portraits in 3 weeks, drawing my entire graduating class.
They came out amazing. I saw on your Twitter feed that you posted just a couple of them. Oh my gosh. They are just absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
Nobody in my class was drawing anybody. And I think my graduating class was like 97 people. It was pretty small.
I went to private school, so.
Yeah, 350 for me. I couldn't have done it.
700.
Yeah.
You could just make stick figures. I mean, I guess that counts as drawing.
Awesome.
Also, though, Daystra, did I see correctly on either your Twitter or your Instagram, you were also valedictorian of your class?
I was.
What's up?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
There was a lot going on.
Wow, it sounds like it. Now, aside from the prep work in the booth this year, what are some of the things you're going to have at your booth?
Well, I've only been able to fully get 8 printed. So I have 8 drawings available, but then I'm also bringing some originals, just sketches or watercolors, or I'm honestly starting to make a bunch this week. I'm drawing like a lot this week. I'm just gonna try and knock out as many originals as I can, just sketches and everything. But yeah, that's about it. Prints, sketches.
You're going to have a lot of prints?
I didn't get an overabundance. I think I got about 150 because I didn't want to over prepare and then not sell everything that I paid for. So I'd like to at least cover my costs.
Very cool. No, that's going to be awesome. You're going to have a blast this year at GuardianCon, especially with it being your first convention in general. Mm-hmm. But you're going to have the support of everybody in the community and everybody in Artist Alley. So you're going to have a blast.
Yeah, it's been a ride watching you rise. I loved it.
Your stuff just absolutely blows me away. Like,
amazing.
It's extremely high skill, and I'm really excited to get a print of your work.
Thank you. Yeah,
I need Decade print.
Decade.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I think. Hold on. I think I have a print I can pull out real quick.
That Cade piece, it's absolutely amazing.
It's really good.
I was watching the
time lapse on that too.
Like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like 60 hours?
80 hours.
80, yeah. With
So
that pencil that does 3 different colors. Well, that really like set off Twitter.
Oh my god, your dog.
Here it is. Yeah, so this is just an 8x10, but I'm also doing 11x14s. But the glare is kind of bad.
That came out amazing.
That looks dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me one of those.
Yeah, so I have most of, like, out of everything, I have a lot of these.
Good.
Yeah, they'll sell like
hotcakes. You should grab one.
Be gone.
Yeah, those probably won't even make it past the first day. I mean, they're going to be gone quick.
Yeah, like the first hour.
Yeah, because everybody in Artist Alley is going to come over and get one before the con opens.
I'm telling y'all, we got to do a swap meet. Y'all want
absolutely.
Sign and number every single one of them.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely do that.
I'm also going to have a I don't know who's seen I have a Black Panther drawing that I figured I'd bring because why not? But I got a massive canvas, so come by with the massive Black Panther and the massive Cade 6.
Do it, girl. Own it. Can't wait to see it.
I'm so excited.
You haven't seen it?
I have not seen the Black Panther one. No. I'm on her Twitter right now. I'm gonna find it.
Black Panther one.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Awesome. Or actually, you can no spoilers. You can wait. And
that's true.
Oh. Yeah,
that's true. No, yeah. I'm gonna go look for it right now.
Scrolling intensifies.
I think I have a low quality print of it somewhere because the canvas is all wrapped up and I didn't want to take it out until GuardianCon. I'm not gonna risk damaging it. But yeah, you can find it on my Instagram, Deastra Illustrations. I have 2, but that's where I put my non-Destiny stuff. But I have half of my profile is all my Black Panther progress. I think it took me 150 hours. So.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah. And then, fun fact, it went to nationals and it had to get sent to Texas where it got stolen. And it took 4 weeks to track it down. But yeah, we got it back, so that's good.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
Trust me, the shipping from Texas to Florida wasn't cheap. You're welcome.
Is that a true story? Or
wait, what?
No,
not my part. It's true for her, not me.
True.
Oh.
So I never got to see if I won anything or if I got good feedback. That kind of sucked, but.
Well, I can guarantee you got great feedback on it. I mean,
I mean, someone stole it.
That's a weird form of flattery, but it is high praise.
It was probably someone who was judging it that stole it. Like, oh yeah, all these other participants, you're really good. Yeah.
I just found it and I am blown away. Holy cow.
Right?
It's amazing. I'm going to be staring at this for the next few hours. Thank you.
Marveling at it.
Could you link that in the
No
chat?
pun intended.
Oh, I can. I will throw that in chat for everybody.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Direct tweet link. There you go, my girl.
Y'all go look at
yeah,
that.
I remember seeing this. This is
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that really is beautiful.
Wow.
Pull it down just a
nice.
little bit.
I feel like we're all just silently looking at art now.
We are.
We are. It's no problem.
It's a gorgeous.
That's why I'm
piece.
here.
I mean, it looks like a black and white photograph. I mean, it's just that amazing.
Sorry,
I know you just shout out your Instagram, but where else can people find more of your work? And
You can find everything at Queen Daestra on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. I think that's it.
awesome. I cannot wait. You're going to have a blast at GuardianCon this year. I'm going to try and see if I can push somebody at the front of the door when it opens to grab a couple prints. I mean, and congratulations on valedictorian graduating this year.
Thank you.
I mean, and thank you for coming on with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're going to roll right into another trivia question. Who killed the infamous Dredgen Yor at Dwindler's Ridge? And that question is going to go to the one and only Young Khan.
I want to say, I think this is wrong in my head, but I want to say Shin Malfur.
Absolutely right.
Oh, okay. Nailed it.
Good.
I'm proud of you. That was some good lore knowledge you got there.
10 to 1,000.
Welcome, bud. Thanks for coming back out with us and hanging out with us tonight.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, man. You were at GuardianCon last year. Did you have a booth last year?
No. And I got tired of people asking me where my booth was. So.
Oh.
So now this year.
They just kept hanging out at everybody's booths in turn.
Just basically Renison, Dr. Jones, and Irresolute, and Jake, just periodically, just walking around. Where's your booth at? It's no booth, but
it's not here. No, awesome. Now you got a booth this year, though.
I have a booth this year.
Now, what sort of prep work went into the booth this year?
Hey, is the stream okay?
Is the stream okay?
I think
We're
so.
offline.
We are?
Oh.
Yeah.
It says I'm
Actually,
reconnecting.
Got
if we're offline, I have to go because I haven't eaten dinner yet.
Oh no, you're fine. Go right ahead. If anybody needs to dip
you.
out, go right ahead.
It's great meeting you. We'll see you at the
you guys.
convention.
Yes.
Looking forward to meeting you in person.
Bye.
Bye.
If I can figure out where the leave meeting. There you go.
Is
Awesome.
the internet destroyed?
No, it's back.
It's back.
Oh, we're back. Okay.
Just a refresh.
It just can't handle you, man.
Well,
Yeah,
before
it's
at
just
the
how
beginning of
much-
the call, like we went live and then my internet died out. I was like, oh no. And I came back, it was back on. So
I'm still
Yeah,
seeing
are we-
no. I'm still
I don't
seeing
see anything.
offline.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
see anything on Twitch. Oh,
What?
Trying.
Like flashed.
yeah,
Ah.
flash.
But
It does that sometimes. Like it'll play like a 10-second clip, and then like 30 seconds later it'll go live.
Oh, did you go to subscriber only stream?
Well, yeah. I didn't know what that
Pixels After
button
Dark.
did. There's a button there. I pressed
Yeah.
it, and then everything went wrong.
I'm still showing
button,
offline.
the button say
Don't hit my
in
life.
It shouldn't. Oh,
Shit's dead, my guy.
Damn.
just so you know, we are recording, and I'm going to leave this all in because it's a part of the experience of
God.
the internet.
Back in my day.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Internet.
I had to push a play button, Shauna.
Pepperidge Farm.
Pepperidge All right, let me.
Do you remember modem sounds? Tom remembers.
Close that out. And then, anyways, sorry about that, everybody. A little bit of a technical issue right there. The internet. What can you do? But we're talking to Mr. Young Khan, and we were just asking about some of the prep work that went into this year's booth at GuardianCon.
The prep work. It was controlled chaos. It's the best way to describe
That's a good way to put it.
Controlled chaos. I had no idea what I was doing because I've never done it before. So, I had these ideas, these grandiose ideas. I'm like, what is my budget? And I threw that idea out the window because I just kind of went wild with my ideas. I got some. Everything is shipped down to Florida already, except for like the one thing I'm doing with our buddy Cobb here. But
that looks amazing, by the way.
It is. It was.
Yeah, that was nice.
It was kind of a last minute idea in my head, and nobody's heard about it yet. We released a preview video of a special. Was going to be like a question later on. Is there anything special different for GuardianCon exclusive print? There is an exclusive print for GuardianCon. Is a 100 limited copies. It is a collaboration between myself and Cobb One. If anybody doesn't know Cobb One, he'll be speaking here pretty soon. But
who?
Get him.
Nice.
Like Cobb One's art basically got me back into doing art after a decade break. Like that in Destiny was, my jump off point. But the prep work was I kind of when Daestra said she like took 80 hours to do something, I was like, man, it shows. And everything I do is like within a couple hours or a few hours because I am compulsively creating things every day. I think I've filled up at least a terabyte of just images in the course of 2 years. So that's just flat drawings, not animation, just a terabyte of just drawings of just images. So I've made thousands of things in the past like couple of years. I did have some specially commissioned CNC like router cut bottle openers and keychains. They have the Gambit logo on them. We'll see how that goes over. Those are super, super heavy and super high end. The t-shirt designs, I did a special thing for St. Jude's where I was going to donate 10% of the Dredgen hoodie, the infamous Dredgen hoodie by now. If anybody's seen it, it's people have been asking about it, coming back. I'm like, maybe I'll come back. I don't know. I can't promise. Maybe.
Of course.
But that was a sketch. That was just a sketch. I was like messing around. This would be a cool t-shirt. And then like a week later, I'm getting it printed on hoodies. Who's going to order one? I'm like, I'll sell 15. Next thing you know, I'm shipping 75 across to Scotland, and
that's crazy,
dude. They're everywhere. I mean,
Switzerland
and they
Germany.
came out great.
Thanks. I work really fast.
Are you gonna like give like special high fives and stuff to anybody walking into the con with one of those?
Oh yeah.
If you're gonna trip you out,
Florida with a hoodie on, I'll give you a long one because you'll be sweating.
Man.
Wait, let me get a hug.
Nice. I'll tell you, all of your designs are just so unique, and the styles and everything about them, it really strikes a chord with everybody, and they're just so easy to fall in love with. And I mean, that Dredgen hoodie, I mean, I keep going back to that, and it keeps getting referred to. But if you haven't seen it, look up Young Khan, or literally like, I'd say at least 20% of the Destiny community who have this hoodie, and see it for yourself, because it's absolutely just awesome. Absolutely
I'm still waiting on my cease and desist. That's why I only made a limited run of it.
I'm sure they wear it around the studio.
Actually, one copy, somebody went and visited Bungie at studios with the hoodie on. I was like, oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But then some of the devs like have posted pictures of like, I'm wearing my Iron Lords t-shirt I designed with Saladin on it. They're actually wearing the t-shirt. So
whoa.
I'm like, I guess
There's
it's
a
cool.
Saladin shirt. I need this in my life.
So.
Oh yeah.
Iron Lords gym.
It's like the old gold gym logo.
Yeah.
I have a mighty need, my boy.
Even the old wolves still bite is at the bottom because that's my favorite Saladin quote.
That's like his only quote. Just walks in, kills
and-
one. Old wolves still bite. Got your
Don't
back.
forget your light is a dragon. Don't forget that.
Oh, excuse me. Test your might, Guardian.
Now, is there a limited amount of shirts and stuff you're going to have at the booth this year?
Yes, there is a limited number. I have 3 designs. I was going to do a class one for each one, but I ended up doing, I'm bringing the Dredgen design back for 1 shirt. So that'd be just a front t-shirt. The actual hoodie has a front design of front Chinese characters, which is Jiao Shu, which literally means gambit or trick or treachery in Mandarin. And the back has the design on it. So the t-shirts will just be, just have the Dredgen design on the front. At the bottom it says banknotes. I'll have a Japanese warlock print based on a 17th century scroll that has the ram and the purifier robes. And the third design is the one-eyed mask, which I was like super like, I had designed it, and then like a week later I saw Ian's design. I was like, it was so similar. I was like, but I've already put the order in. But his looks so much cooler. But I went ahead and pressed ahead with it. I still love the design. Those are 3 shirts, yeah. So there'll be shirts. There'll be a couple prints. There'll be some stickers. I made a bunch of stickers. I made a couple like postcards because I try to like keep the range nice and high. If you got a couple bucks, I can make something happen. If you got $50, I can make something happen. Because I don't hate anybody to like go empty-handed by coming by my table. So, but I'm super excited about the crossover with me and Cobb, because I didn't think it'd be like me and Cobb have like come closer over the past couple of years, and I was like, hey, we're gonna do a collab. He's gonna say no. Yeah, okay. the way it turned out, and then the exclusive video that we put out, I edited to put to showcase it.
Yeah, that looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so good.
Color test print. This is just on like paper. I just wanted to see the like results of the color there.
Looks so good.
Yeah, you're right. That does look so good.
That's probably the most I'm gonna spend on a piece since we did the first the DCA year 1 Guardian collaboration, was all the Guardians from the artist community.
Yeah.
And that took me about 20, 30 hours because I was drawing with my laptop, the trackpad.
Wow.
Dedication.
That's why I can move so fast now with a pen. Like my mind is free.
Not running in mud anymore.
No, you
drop the weighted
the
shackle.
Rock Lee of like sketching now.
Now,
Nice.
just a side question: how many emotes are you up to now? On
Yes.
Over 3,000, probably like 33,050, 3,070, maybe 3,100.
Yeah.
Cray cray.
It was 2 years in March when I started the business. It'll be 2 years in August since I started streaming. So about 3,000 emotes in roughly, 26, 28 months.
Oof.
Not counting avatars, logos, stream brands, redesigns.
Just emotes.
Just emotes.
Straight put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
I have an addiction.
It's a good one.
Coffee, weights, and art, because I took a decade off from drawing, so I feel like I'm behind.
Well, I think you're catching up at a
Catching it
good
up.
pace.
Catching up. Yeah.
Soon I'm going to lap everybody in about 50 years.
Well, awesome.
Already got me beat.
Where can people find more about you and more of your art and your designs and stuff?
You can find me about 7 nights a week on twitch.tv/YoungCon. Website, conartist.org, because I'm a sucker for puns. Twitter, YUNG_con_, because I can't get the other ones for some reason. They're all under lock and key. No one owns them, but so I don't know. And I think that's it. Oh, Patreon. I have a Patreon now that I didn't think would go anywhere. I was like
that Patreon.
Yeah, I started Patreon a month and a half ago.
That's a boudoir pics, right?
Yeah, tier 3.
100%.
I mean, next month I'm going straight fireman with Tyler, so I'm gonna be just straps on the side. But I put it together as a resource people that can't afford, to buy emotes. So I put out 10 emotes a month, 10 to 15 emotes a month for $10 a month, in case everyone doesn't have $30 to spend on emotes. So it's a resource people to jump in, get 2 or 3 emotes for the channel, kind of survive until they can actually afford to not even like they're not bound to contact me like I got emotes, so I'm going to come to you for them. I'm like, you can go with somebody else, but I thought it'd be a cheap solution to to put that out there. And we're almost at 50 patrons. It'll be 50. I just need 3 more, and we'll hit that hump. And that's in less than a little bit close to 2 months. So I'm super pumped about that.
And what about that 3-hour tutorial?
3-hour Adobe tutorial that I didn't pay attention at the time, and I looked up. I recreated the Cyberpunk 2077 the samurai logo, which is the Oni with the half metal face. It's kind of blown off the side. I'm like, that looks pretty cool in retro. Let's spice it up. So I recreated it in a 3-hour tutorial that you can check out, including the source files. Anybody wants to take the logo and I don't know, sell it. I don't care what you do with it. Once I release something to somebody, they have it forever. So I like to give a lot of art away. So I do daily sketches every day on my Twitter and Instagram. So you catch it and save it and slap it on something. As long as nobody paid for it, then I care. If somebody paid for it, don't steal it. But if I put it out, you can use it however you want. I think art should be shared. It's not to be kept in the lock and key.
Yes.
I would agree with that 100%, bud.
Yes.
And I just love how everybody helps everybody. I mean, a lot of the artists here all work together with growing their own crafts by, talking to everybody and getting direction and suggestions and tips. And, it's absolutely amazing. I know a lot of the people just here on the stream actually mentor other people that are just starting out.
I wouldn't be able to do half of the stuff for Farian, Indulgent with Illustrator, Cobb with the style, Gamma with the shading and PS tutorials. Irresolute has helped me out with basic print options that I had no idea what was going on. Jake with his creativity, I'm just watching this guy paint dogs as guardians. I'm like, what's going on? Dr. Jones with the tips on how to get those t-shirts made and what I should look out for. I mean, without these guys, I would literally be still, trip over my own feet artistically. So without the community, I am nothing. I would have been nothing because, I wouldn't have the help. So I try to pass the help forward as much as I can.
I love you, buddy.
I know. Love you.
Aww.
Don't you cry on me.
It's too late. I'm crying anyway.
Just turn the camera off. Nobody will see.
I'm in my eye.
There's dust. No. Awesome. Well, thanks again for coming on with us. You're going to have a blast this year again. It's going to be just absolutely awesome. And save some cool stuff for me, too. It's going to take a little bit for Ruby to get over to your booth and grab some stuff for me. She's going to have her arms full.
I'll stash it away.
Awesome. Well, we're going to roll into another trivia question real quick. This one's going to be art related. And the question is, which artist made his name with painting soup cans and Coca-Cola bottles? And this question is going to go to Farian.
Would that be Mr. Warhol?
It would be Mr. Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be too easy. I was going to go with a movement question that I thought was just going to be a little too... Actually, I'm going to ask you this one anyways, since I got so many questions. All right. This is a description of which art movement or style. Movement that began in 1919 and was in favor of art as a practice for social purposes.
Art that was... Wait, for social services? Is that what you said?
Social purposes.
Social
I might
purposes.
have said social services.
No, you probably said purposes. I just didn't hear that right. I'm going to defer to any other person that has done a lot of art history lately, because it's been 20 plus years since I've been in college.
That Cubism?
Is it Bauhaus?
Nope. Movement that began in 1919 and was in favor of art as a practice for social purposes.
So Dada came out around the same time, but that was to make fun of everything else. Like, That was, it's post World War One to make, showcase how stupid the world was.
It was propaganda, 1919.
Was he German?
No. I have a few. It's constructivism.
Okay.
Constructivism. All right.
Sure.
Come on,
Kind of smaller, shorter lived, but that one was there.
Where did you pull that from?
So
I can't tell
dismissive
you.
of constructivism.
Yeah. Right.
Joe's like hiding the Snapple bottle. He's like,
did you see it?
Oh, the cat. Yeah.
I thought I was pretty slick with that.
Like, what?
I got about 10 bottle caps right here that I'm reading them off of. No. Varian, thanks for coming on with us, bud.
Absolutely, man. Happy to be here.
If people didn't know you were on already, welcome.
Yeah, I was here one time. It was one of the lowlights of my life, honestly. I went through. No, I'm just playing. It was great.
That's so hard.
I had a really good time last time, and I'm happy to be here again.
Thanks, man. Now, this is the second year you're going to have a booth, correct?
No, I didn't have a booth. I was a lot like Con last year. In fact, we ran into each other, and we both had the same experience where people were like, where are you set up? And I'm like, I'm next to Con. And I would tell them, just look for Con's booth, and you'll find me. And so then they try and chase him down to find me. And
2 hours later, they come back. Where's your booth again?
That's right next to Con. Seriously,
and then Con would be like, "Yeah, I'm right next to Pesty."
I would get super indignant about it. I'm like, you can't. Come on now. Yeah.
He's the runner. I'm first. Who?
Nice. I must have asked you where your booth was like at least 10 times.
Yeah. No, but I did. I walked around and handed out cards, so it really confused people. So that worked.
Yeah, because last year you had the 50 cards, right? That you made.
No, I had 250 cards.
250.
Yeah.
Was it really 250 individual ones?
Yes.
I thought it was just 50. Holy.
No, man, 250 individual collectible cards. That was season 1.
And now we're on season 2.
We're on season 2. Yeah.
All right. So, share a little bit about the prep work going into the booth this year.
Sure. Real quick, I'm going to plug Ian. Ian Pesty. If everybody knows, he's going to be sharing a booth with me and Steph and Jay Howard. We are all together. And I put his Twitter in there. And Ian is doing some amazing stuff with 11x17 stuff for $20. He did these really intricately detailed masks of hunters and stuff like that, and he's got some really beautiful stuff. So since he couldn't make it tonight, I said I'd plug him real fast.
Cool. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, and he's a great guy. He's coming over from Britain, so we can make fun of him and stuff. It'll be great. So prep work. Let's see. I never stop drawing. I'm kind of like Con, but I do slightly bigger stuff. Like he does the emotes, and he can pump out several per night. I typically do 1 or 2 major drawings a day when I'm at work. 1 month or 2 months a year, I'll open up myself to people and say, hey, send me a photograph of yourself if you want to be drawn. And that's what creates the portrait side of my cards. And then I have an art side as well that I that I create from all the Destiny stuff that I draw. So, I just linked the photo from my kitchen table earlier this afternoon.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's the one who did it me.
Yeah, those are all the cards that I've done this year. There's a few. There's actually some portrait cards from last year, actually. So don't let me completely lie on that. But season 2 of Destiny type cards is 100 cards. It's a 100-card deck, and then I've done probably another solid 100 portraits of individuals this year, and that's Kelly's got the one I did from him last year.
I slabbed it. It's slabbed.
For show, bro. For show. There's another one of Kelly. If you look on the table there in that picture, he is from the bottom 5 rows up, and from the right 4 in, there's a caricature of Cobb. So yeah, he's
what? Huh? What?
Yeah, brother. So yeah, no problem, Skilos. So yeah, I do portraits for people for free, and it in turn creates these cards, these portrait cards, and then that's something you can come by my booth and pick one up. If I did one of you, feel free, and hopefully you'll like whatever else you see and pick something else up. Of those things that I've done over the course of the year, I turned 10 of them into full-on prints. Or no, 12 of them, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I found mine.
Yeah, you're in there.
Oh. Bless you.
And so, yeah, I got the prints up next. I have 12 prints, 8x10s, all backed and bagged. So you can take those with you wherever you want to go. I tried to do each of the classes representative. I want to make sure everybody's got something there for them. And then the last thing is the special stuff for this GuardianCon. I have a few posters, not too many, of The Moon's Haunted and a Borderlands 3 poster that I made. And the plan is to try and get something like that signed by the devs that are there and then give it straight to St. Jude to have them raffle off along with like something maybe from Brian. I think Irresolute said he might submit something. What we're going to try and put together a straight up Artist Alley pool of art that they can then auction off directly to them. Nothing for us, just for them.
Yeah, I got 2 ready already. Awesome. I got a Whisper and one of my secret prints.
Yeah, there you go.
Secret. It's not really a secret. I did preview, but it's secret.
Yeah, some Destiny dragons for you guys. Maybe a Yellowhorn dragon.
So yeah, we're real. Jeez, Jake. Okay, thanks, man. Thanks for.
That is awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
XOXO.
Jesus, yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, I draw all the time. I never stop. And some of it is good enough to print. Some of it is junk and goes into the trash. That's about it.
Story of an artist.
Yeah, right.
It's like a magic trick. People get real impressed until you tell them how much goes in the trash, right?
Yeah, right.
It's really. Somebody said earlier we were talking about sort of the malleability of like the permanence. You work on a painting, it's whatever, it's digital, it's whatever, but like it really is still like the time was spent. Like you, even if you have to chuck something, if you have to cover half of something, start over, back in the middle point, it's time's still gone. Like, and that's the part that Deja said like 80 hours. Like what if you are 79 hours in?
Yep.
And last hour. It's done, and you gotta start all over.
Yep, it happens. It absolutely happens. Yeah, so my thing is I like to draw characters of players. So like if you have a Titan or a Hunter you've been playing for the last 2,000 hours, I will happily draw that for you. And then if it's something, for instance, if it's got a helmet and everything like that and somebody else can like it, if I do it nice enough, then I can sell that as prints, right? But I'll also like draw Brian as his character, Munkus or something like that. I can't really sell those. 6 people might want to buy Brian Munkus. But it's not going to be the most popular. So yeah, drawing your character as your character, it's great. Or I can do a custom thing for you.
Well, you say that, but like I've got a poster right back there that Ash made with a bunch of people's faces on it.
Well, those are popular people, though. So.
It's a deep cut.
I want you to draw my Iron Lord, girl. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure Brian's face is on there.
Yeah, I'm sure it is because he was popular.
Past tense.
My face isn't on there.
Shade.
That's for sure.
Yikes.
No, but that's my thing is I started years and years ago now just drawing other people's stuff, and there's people out there that'll never have the time or energy to put forth into developing a skill set that we have. And I've always been of the mindset that if I can give them something that they'll treasure and, that they can't get otherwise, I'll be happy to do that. So when somebody says, hey man, I've been playing the same Hunter for 2,000 hours and I feel a real connection with them. Would you mind drawing it? Absolutely. Please let me draw that because that's something that means something to you. And I have the capacity to do that for you. So I'd like to do it.
Got a good heart, sir.
It's all yours, Kelly.
Dude, Declea.
Nothing but love. I'm telling you, a lot of love in this stream today. I'm telling you. Oh, that's awesome. And I mean, you've always been so approachable with everybody in the community too. I mean, I'm sure people reach out to you quite frequently and ask you, and it's just tremendous that what you do. I mean, just with those cards that you saw, I mean, that was how many individual people were on that table for the cards this year?
I drew an extra 100 portraits this year. Total, that brings my portrait cards, just my portraits, up to about 260 or 70.
Wow.
And then I have 100 new Destiny pieces, and then another 100 from last year, 200 from last year, whatever it was. So,
Whew.
yeah.
Man, I'm slow compared to some of you.
Yeah. The difference is, so like, let's just compare me and Brian, for instance. Brian will do this piece, and it's extremely intricate and extremely detailed, and it's beautiful. I would lose my mind spending the amount of time that him and like Daystra spend on my piece. I can't. My brain will not let me. So I pump out as much as I can, as quick as I can, and then eventually my brain's like, stop, that's enough, move on. And it's really tough for me. I can't focus that long. I have a really hard time with that. So I found my niche. I figured out what I can do, and I stick with it,
Me and Farian are long lost brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll go on something, right? Like, if I don't stop myself sometimes, I will just keep reworking part of something. It'll get a little like maddening, and I have to stop it. That's kind of same thing, but it's maybe a little bit longer than that for a chunk of time. But you have to just cut after a while.
My average piece is maybe 4 hours, 8 if I like it a lot, and then I move on.
I'm same way, how I have to like break up like what I'm doing. Can't do the same thing forever. So like one of these dragons, doing the art, the digital part takes, like say 4 or 6 hours, 8 if I really like it or something like that. And then it's like, then I have to go to the crafting part because my brain's just like, you've got to do something else.
Yep, I hear you. It's tough, man.
But
I was just really enjoying Resolute's side by side, back and forth action there.
If I had other several hats to also illustrate the changes, like big dramatic hats, I would. But
maybe like a cow on it, maybe the one with a cow on it.
Cow, an exo head.
If only.
I think that shout out was for you, Tanya. Awesome.
I wish I had an exo head like Jake. I'm gonna have to commission one at some point because I am very attached to my exo.
Yeah, what I wanted to bring up though, like Farian is like trying to start the that whole the whole raffle thing, and he's like, I mean, he's such a nice guy to start that, and if that starts going, I want to also raffle off one of my exo heads because I have 2, so that's why I was showing it off anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
Yeah, the dream is that we make it as easy as possible so that then the people at the St. Jude booth are like, oh, well, yeah, this will obviously drag people over to us and make money for us.
Why not? Yeah, it makes sense if they're willing. Yeah,
absolutely.
They can handle the logistics. They don't have to worry about us running over with envelopes with cash and all them.
Yeah, I just I mean, we'll be busy selling stuff. I don't want to have to do a separate account just for that, if possible. Now, if it boils down to it, I'll handle it. It's fine. We'll make money for the kids and whatnot. But
yeah,
I'm gonna try.
Do what we got to do.
Yep.
Cool. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, man. I can't wait until see more down there. I mean, everybody's gonna have a great time when you're around. I'm just gonna say that right there.
It's very fun being me.
There it is.
Blunted, baby.
There it is.
You got it blunted.
So where can people find you and more of your art?
I only do Twitter, man. Too much social media.
Who's Twitter, man? He's lucky.
I can't. I can barely focus on Twitter alone. So, Twitter /Farian Art. Yeah, Gamma's got me. He's the plug man. So
on point.
That's it. That's all I do. I am planning to have an online store after GuardianCon. I'll be selling these prints. as long as Bungie allows, I guess.
Awesome. I'm going to keep a lookout on your Twitter.
That's all you need,
for when that store opens, because
I'll post it and pin it, so no problem.
Awesome. We're going to roll right on to our next trivia question, and this is going to be a Destiny one. I kind of toned this one back a little bit, but the question here is, who is rumored to be an item between NPCs and Destiny 2? Now, I toned this back a lot because there was some lore that came out that had to do with coffee and all sorts of stuff. Never mind. Miss Cole.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on. And do you have an answer for this one?
Yeah, everyone knows it's Mara and Shax. Yeah.
Mara and Shax.
I want to disregard that because, like, Shax is one of my main squeezes. So, just one of.
yeah. You brought it up earlier. No.
I'll let this one slide. Anybody would.
Let's segue into something else.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for coming on with us. And you do something really unique that has just exploded through the community.
I wasn't expecting it either, by the way.
You've said this a few times.
Yeah,
and
I didn't expect it to take off.
It's taken right off. And you are the creator of the, well, you tell us.
So I created the hashtag Bad Destiny Joke on my personal Twitter account because I've actually written 3 Destiny novels. I had a small audience that read them. They loved it. And I tried a radio theater to where it was actually like characters reacting and then like narrator. And then the pilot never took off. So I kind of just stopped writing there. But I still had the writing bug. So I just started doing stupid little jokes almost a year ago to the day. It'll be about 2 weeks. And it'll be the anniversary of starting Bad Destiny Joke. And it started off with the hashtag, just stupid little jokes every few days. And then I started doing one once a day. And it's literally just me sitting down, typing it out in a tweet, and then sending it. I don't pre-write them. There's no notes taken. They're not stacked up in drafts anywhere. They're literally made on the spot and sent. So started that off, and it started getting more and more traction. Somehow Bife came out of nowhere and slammed me in the face with 2,000 followers in like 3 months because he kept retweeting and liking. And that was just a trip. But in January, I started the Bad Destiny Joke Twitter account because all the jokes were mixed in with my personal tweets and stuff. And I just wanted a timeline of people could scroll through and just read them. And I started that on January 13th because I was actually at PAX South talking to people about it. And it's grown to almost 2,500 followers since January 13th of this year, which is crazy. I also now have Bad Anthem Joke, and then Bad Halo Joke, and Bad Borderlands Joke is going to start day of GuardianCon. So that's 4 jokes a day I'm pulling out of my butt.
Bad Anthem Joke, just a picture of the anthem.
It hurts.
Every day it'll just be another screen grab from here we go. There's another screen grab.
The crazy thing though is, like, I started Bad Anthem Joke, and then I went to South by Southwest Gaming, which is here in Austin, and BioWare had a panel on the technical art behind it, and I went up to the 2 community managers and like, hey, I do Bad Anthem Joke. They're like, we know you. The senior producer puts your jokes in the emails and sends them around. Oh my god,
that is awesome!
It was
the highest compliment.
It was
That's
crazy.
awesome.
Yeah, so I write bad jokes. They usually have to do with the lewd side of Destiny sometimes, like cheese nozzles and all that. We won't get into that. But
I imagine that the Anthem guys were like, "You're the only person saying nice things about us," and they were like, "You're in all the emails. You keep morale up."
The sad thing though is, I actually saw a BioWare dev at the HEB grocery store, which is 5 minutes away from my house. It's literally right here. And there was a guy in a BioWare shirt walking around like, "Hey, do you work on Anthem?" And he's like, yeah, I forget what he said he did, but I actually complimented him because I love the game, despite the state it's in. And he's like, that is the nicest thing I've ever heard about our game. And I felt so bad. I wanted to just hug him and just shove donuts in his mouth. I'm so sorry. People hate me.
Shove donuts in his mouth.
Yeah, so I do the bad jokes and all that. It's grown into an actual brand of bad redacted jokes. So if I say, hey, there's a new bad redacted joke coming, it's literally a new joke, and I can't say what the new game is because it's redacted. So it kind of feeds itself.
Gotcha.
I did not expect jokes about exodicts and all that to just take off like it did.
You mean thumb drives?
Well, yeah. And then, Titans, fisting from orbit. You take the however way you want.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's the looter side of the redacted.
That's on the mild loot side.
That's
I guess the worst people are saved for later with the special sense of humor.
Any Destiny After Dark.
We're after midnight at this point. All the kids are asleep anyway.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I mean, I write these stupid little jokes. I did comics for a while. Those are actually coming back. I won't do it once a week because I was just too hectic with everything else I do. But yeah, so I write stupid jokes. And somehow it got me a stupid booth at GuardianCon, which I've never been. This is my first one. And this is the first booth for myself. I've done one for work before for what I do there. But yeah, this is new territory for me. Never had to do merch like this before. I actually fucked up a couple of times. So it's been a wild ride, and I've gotten everything done in 8 weeks. So
wow.
Yeah. I'm going to have a 12 by 19 poster. It's called Legends of Light. The crew of Focus Fire Chat, so Green, Blue, Beard Grizzly, and then Bife, they're all on it. It's their characters.
Awesome.
And it's done in the style of blacklight, and it's very colorful. And it was done in their honor because without their likes and their retweets, I wouldn't have reached the audience that I have. So it's very much in tribute for them. It'll never be made again. I only made 300 prints. That's it. They're all going to be individually numbered and signed by hand, which I can't do until I get to the hotel on Thursday because they're shrink wrapped, and that's the only way they're going to fit in my luggage. So I had to do them all Thursday night by hand, which is going to be crazy.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be great because I had to get all that done, set up at 10 o'clock, and then I have a tattoo appointment at noon on Thursday. So yeah.
Are you getting a tattoo at GuardianCon?
Yep. Green from Focus Fire Chat and myself are getting matching tattoos. So
and I saw the tattoo design for that. That looks awesome.
That's really cool.
I actually did it myself, so I'm really excited.
I think I see a bunch of people sharing an Uber.
Yeah.
Kind of go get tattoos this year.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing. So I'm going to have the poster, which is only going to be 300 of. Focus Fire Chat is actually going to be at my booth at 11 o'clock on Saturday to sign them. So that's really exciting. I did a misprint of these little cards. So it's I don't know if you can see it in the light, but bad redacted joke with all the Twitter links. And that's Flan, by the way. He's the most popular character. Stupid as hell. Really good in Crucible. Shax loves him, and he was only res because his ghost selected the wrong set of bones. So there's some fun lore for you for the character. But these are the little light cards. These were supposed to be the main product, but I got them too small. So instead, I've written little motivational quotes in the back. These are going to be free at my booth because I fucked up, and I don't feel like making people pay for these. But this one, there's 10 quotes because there's 250 cards, all of them written by hand. And there's 10 of these that say, your ghost has always believed in you. You can believe in yourself. And then I signed it.
That's awesome.
So yeah, little quotes like that. And then I have the big old, there's actually 2 stacks of these, but it's the bigger version for Bad Redacted Joke. And this is actually interactive. So I can either put, if you ask me a question or something or like that, I can either sign it or anything personal you want, a motivational quote or, just a note to you, or I can write your own bad joke. And I'm going to do that at the booth. So I'm going to be sitting there writing it all on the fly, and there's potentially 200 jokes I'm pulling out of my butt in 20 hours. So yeah. I want to do some, yeah, it's going to be.
Your booth's going to be a lot of fun. I can already see just the smiles and people just having a blast over there.
It's all to be written on the fly, on the spot, and just like
heavy fiber.
Yeah, this hand's gonna be dead, but it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. The other things I have is a black lanyard that said "bad redacted joke." I didn't think they'd make it in time, so I got a second order from another company in red. So I have black and red bad redacted lanyards, and that is pretty much it. Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So you're getting what you're getting, and I had 8 weeks to do it.
You're getting what you're getting.
That's what you're getting. Because
I'm in Cole's boat. Yeah, you're getting what you're getting.
Yeah, you're getting what you're getting. Because between 40 hours at work and then doing all this and trying to keep up with streaming, along with keeping up with information for Planet Destiny because I work for them too, it's been crazy. Plus, I don't know if you guys noticed, I dipped for like 5 minutes because my computer crashed. I've been blue screening for a month, and I don't know why. So I couldn't get anything else done.
It's still acting up, huh?
It's still acting up. So, I don't know what's happening. I did a restore. It didn't work. Still blue screens. I took it to Fry's Workbench, and they had it for 30 hours. They couldn't figure it out.
I saw that on your Twitter.
Yeah, so I did a complete reinstall off of Windows. Was working fine, and then suddenly it just blue screened out of nowhere on this podcast, which was just great. And then I couldn't remember what my password is, so I couldn't get into my computer for like 5 minutes.
That's super scary.
Yeah, and then the piece of art I'm working on for my GuardianCon project for next year, I just lost 2 hours of progress on because recovery file corrupted. So
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Have a tip jar at your table to say this will go towards my new computer.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know
the things.
I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, I don't know. But yeah, we'll get it figured out. Yeah.
I think you're going to have a great time at GuardianCon this year. I mean, when the con ends and everybody starts meeting up, I think that's when things are really going to start getting fun. No, I think you're going to have one of the most interactive, funnest booths at GuardianCon this year. I mean, just the bad redacted jokes. I mean, just offering people the opportunity to say them live to you and put them down on a special collector item with. It's just going to be absolutely great.
Yeah. And everything here, you're never going to get again. So, yeah, it's all exclusive. I'm never doing this stuff again.
We'll see what next year looks like.
Hopefully next year I will have the 4th novel done, along with an illustrated short story of Destiny, if Bungie will let me do that stuff.
Oh, you're going that route? I remember you put that on your Twitter. You were like, which one should I do?
Yeah, so 130 votes of, do illustrated short stories. So
there you go.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Well, where can people find more of you and more of the bad jokes?
So you can find me at ISA_KOLE, which is my personal bad Destiny joke, bad Anthem joke, bad Halo joke, bad Borderlands joke. Borderlands is spelled without any vowels because Twitter said no. And then I don't have an Instagram because I don't understand it. And then I do have a personal website, which is isabelcole.com. And the only reason it's updated because GuardianCon linked it, and I've been on a mad dash of updating it for the past week. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. Oh, and Twitch at ISA_KOLE. So, hopefully I can start streaming again soon once I get this computer crap figured out. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. I have faith you'll figure it out here soon.
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for having me on. I'm actually going to dip because I'm afraid my computer's going to crash again, and I'm going to go feed the husband. So.
You haven't fed the husband yet?
I haven't fed the husband yet. Yeah. No.
It gets cranky.
Is he crawling across the floor?
Maybe not.
It's after dark. Yeah, be careful.
Hungry.
Don't get wet.
I grabbed the webcam, seemed like dying on the floor.
Well, can't wait to see that bad joke when that comes out.
Yeah.
No. Awesome. Well, no, thanks for coming on with us.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. We're gonna go right into the next question. We're getting down to it. This one's gonna be a technical one, and it's gonna go to the one and only infamous Gamma Trap himself. And it's, most sewing machine needles should be replaced after what time? No, this joke's not for you.
I was sitting here like,
no, this was for a specific person. I just wanted to say it. No. Where was the first GuardianCon held before it was known as GuardianCon? There's a lot of silence on this.
I wasn't there at the first one. I really didn't pay much attention to the first one, honestly. Because, like, when was the first one? It was like...
Wasn't that Gothalian's house? Or, like, you know...
yeah, something like
that.
I believe it was in Seattle. I think it was in Seattle like 4 years ago.
No.
No, it was in
Gothalion
Tampa.
doesn't like planes, so it was definitely...
Yeah, it was in Tampa. It was at a bar. I just don't know the name.
And then it moved to someone's personal, like, front yard, their house.
I think they called it DestinyCon, and then they switched it over to GuardianCon.
The first GuardianCon I did, I think, was maybe still DestinyCon.
Yeah, it was Destiny Community Con.
Yeah,
there we go. That was that. I remember hearing about that. I don't remember where it was. Obviously, we've got a couple theories.
Tell you the truth,
somebody get Gothalion on the line. Come on, we all know him, right? We're all friends.
Is he awake still?
Dial him in.
I got his personal number. You know,
I got to phone a friend.
Tell you the truth, I for the answer for this one, I couldn't find it. I actually just wrote a bar. Still looking for the answer.
I know it was a pub.
Yeah, there we go.
Go with, it's like Chat knows. Tampa Ale House. Let's do that.
Was it a brewery or
I think it was a brewery or something?
Let's rely on Chris.
Yeah,
Chris.
Phone a chat.
I know Amy posted it on her Instagram a while ago. Broman's wife.
Yeah.
It was like the front of the front, but I don't remember what it was. Maybe it's still on there.
So it's a great start for my segment. A fat L. Someone's house, bowling alley.
Nope, it's not there.
It's okay. I didn't know constructivism, so you're good.
100%.
Well, wow. 50 people start Googling and searching for that. Gamma, thanks for coming on with us, man. It's a pleasure having you on again. You're always a lot of fun, and this is the second year you're going to have a booth?
Yes. Yeah, this is the second year. The first year was awesome and kind of a surprise. Around April last year, my buddy Rook got in contact with Broman at PAX. And he was like, "Oh man, ready for GuardianCon?" Broman was like, "Yeah, I'm stoked." Broman is right. And then it was, like, so shame about Gamma. And Broman was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "Well, he can't go. He can't make it." And Broman was like, "No, that's not how it's gonna go down." And Broman went and reached out and was like, "Hey, what can I do to get you here?" And I was like pulled in the direction of GuardianCon, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was. I remember this from last year. I think Chris 3711 helped reach out to him to get you there because he caught wind that there was going to be some technical issues that you wouldn't be able to go and everything. So it was Chris awesome that you were.
Yeah, both Chris and Rook, both Bostonians.
You're Bostonians. Went out for you. No, last year you were one of the most popular artists in Artist Alley. I mean, right now, you actually saved me one. Super happy you did, and Chris grabbed it for me last year. The Samurai Cade 6 piece is actually right here on my wall behind my monitors. You can't see it.
No, I remember that. Yeah,
came out amazing. What's some of the prep work that went into this year's booth?
This year, I wanted to do more. I wanted to make a piece for every subclass, which is extraordinarily ambitious for someone who also has to do a bunch of stuff for weekly videos. So I didn't get it finished. This is anticlimactic. But aside from those, we did manage to finish an exclusive this year, which is going to be our Drifter piece, which is kind of like the lore of sort of Drifter. He has the whole backstory of him with the snakes and the ice and all that weird stuff. So you could probably find on my Twitter, but that was originally for a video. And I was like, Matt, you gotta give me some more time on this one. He's like, why? I was like, I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. He's like, okay. So I spent a long time on that one. For me, a long time. Nowhere near 80 hours. I don't think I've ever spent 80 hours on anything in my life. Aside from living.
Destiny.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what about Destiny?
Man, you say that. I'm paying this game too much. I don't got time to play it. I'm still doing my Thorn Quest, but I don't have Outbreak Prime. I don't want to.
Still waiting on Rat King's crew.
No, I do have Rat King. I just got that one recently.
I haven't got it.
Yeah, but like, I was proud of that. But after a long time, I was like, all right, we're done. He's like, cool, awesome. He's like, this looks really good. I was like, thank you. I spent a long time on it. And we have a Patreon where we give HD digital downloads, Photoshop files for people to open up and check out and stuff, and prints and phone backgrounds and behind the scenes sketches that I have to send to him, and he gets them, like approves them and sends them back. And I always add little notes and sometimes they're, I guess, funny. So our whole art process gets put on Patreon, but the Drifter one is like, it wasn't available for print, and I altered it so it can't be really messed with too much in the Photoshop file, specifically so that we can bring it for the GuardianCon exclusive, which we're bringing 100 of, and they're very nice. They're good quality. I like them. But aside from that one, we've also got, like we did last year, we got 10 prints of our, I think that's top performing pieces. And I say top performing, it's like my Instagram is kind of like my my gauge. My Instagram and our Twitters and the people like in the comment section from his YouTube videos. We grabbed. I keep looking over here. They're over here. But we grabbed the top like 12, 13 of those, and we just picked the ones we didn't care that much, or we thought weren't going to sell very well, and we left those out. And then we're bringing like, I think 30 of each, and then like 100 of the prints. So we're looking at about 400 prints. And we also this year got stickers, little Cade stickers, little Cade lore stickers. They'll fit on the back of last year's GuardianCon badges. I'm looking over there because I got one hanging on the wall. I don't know about this year. Hopefully it's about the same size.
They probably are, right?
I hope so.
Why would they change that?
It's funny for references. You're just looking around the room you're sitting in. You're like, yeah, we got. Yeah, these are over here. These are coming.
Here we go. Yeah, this is my office. I don't leave this room. I'm here all the time. If you ever want to know what it's like to be a recluse and a shut-in and get in fights with Reddit, this is what I look like. Last year we had one of these also. This is just like a menu, essentially. We're going to have this on our table, and it's just like all the prints. And just aside from that.
Stealing that idea.
Yeah.
Already stole that idea.
Yeah. I was like, price list as a little, I have a Post-it note that says price list, but that Post-it note is going to say menu.
Yeah, there you go.
Stolen from Gamma Trap.
I was not going to do it this year. I was like, they're fine. You know, last year was just a nice touch, but then everyone bugged me enough. I say everyone. It's like
because I think it'd be like, I'll take a number 1 and a number 3. Ooh, and a number 10 and a number.
Oh, hey, real quick.
Can you put cheese on that?
Can you put cheese on that? I'm allergic to onions. Do you mind? But, we do this really cool deal we did last year that really got the prints out the door, and that was sort of a 2-for-1. I don't know how y'all are gonna price, but we do. I'm lifting it up again. We do 1 print for $20, or you could get 2 prints for $30.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. The upsell works.
I do 15 each, or 5 for $50.
Nice.
Also consider that for multiple pins. I'm just saying.
I give deals on multiple pins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of my prints are $6.17. Is that not a good price range?
Well, as far as the artists go, just trade me something.
You want to do
777.
I'll
as
Venmo
many
you, man.
pennies as possible.
Oh, also, I got this sketchbook.
Ooh, yeah.
That I'm going to hide. I'm going to hide at the con.
So we shouldn't plot to steal it, right?
I mean, you can if you want to. It's mostly blank. Like I got it, and I wrote some stuff in it, and it's kind of special. And it has an option, like either you can return it to me at the artist alley, or you can keep it for yourself and fill it up.
That's
Fill
cool.
it
That's
up.
very cool.
Yeah,
Fill
because
it up.
I used to have a sketchbook just like that in high school, and I would keep it with me at all times. And every day I would just, pages and pages. I was bored, right? And like that kind of influenced me a little bit to pursue. You're gonna hurt your neck, man.
I'm not. I'm agreeing so hard. This is exactly me.
Yeah, like y'all can grab this if you want. Like, I don't really mind. I just wanted to go towards, like someone who might want to use it, and it might be like sort of like a vessel, maybe a nudge. I just think it'd be cool.
It could be, could be a destiny.
It could be ooh. Maybe I should write that in there. This could be your destiny.
You should.
That'd be a little too cheesy.
It's perfect.
I try to avoid being that cheesy. I have a chronic condition.
No such thing as too cheesy.
You guys are gonna have a ton of stuff at the booth this year. And is your partner in crime gonna be helping run the booth?
Yeah, well, he's gonna try his best.
He's gonna bring you a water and then
take vote of confidence.
All right. Last year he didn't go, right? Because it cost him about $2,500 to get here.
Yeah.
So I went because of I was pulled and I was helped, and a lot of people moved me towards the con. I didn't think I could go. I didn't think it'd be very good. I have as most of y'all would probably understand, I have a chronic condition of undervaluing myself. Which
no artist ever knows that feeling. I want to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm awesome. Shut up.
I mean, some just
I've heard.
Through.
Yeah. But I literally am not allowed to name prices anymore because last year I was $5, 11 by 17. Yeah.
That's insane.
Everyone was like,
no, yeah, I hear you because my wife is deals with money as a living. And when I was tossing out my prices, she's like, you're not allowed. I'm sorry. You're not allowed. I'm pricing your stuff.
Yeah. Same shit. Both Mylan and Rook were just none of that. No. So now, this was our prices last year, so we're carrying it over. I guess it worked great, but I was going somewhere with this, wasn't I? I swear. Oh yeah. But last year, Mylan didn't go because he couldn't afford it and he couldn't get the time off and stuff, and he didn't think it was probably going to be worth it for him. So I was like, all right, well, this year because I'm going, we can do a test run to see how well the booth would work to fund your coming here. And he's like, yeah, it's a great idea. So last year we went, we did our thing, and I was like, yeah, we could totally get you here with the booth money. We might not make much, but we can all have a free vacation, which is crazy because your vacations are expensive. Right? Or holidays or whatever.
He's got to come from upside down.
I know.
To right side. It's wild.
They got a strong neck, man.
The earth is flat. Everyone knows that.
Excuse me. If the earth isn't flat, then why aren't your shoes curved?
Oh.
Yeah, but this year he was we did so good as far as Destiny had its hiccups, obviously, but thankfully last year on GuardianCon it was Destiny 2 got launched and then Destiny 2 Vanilla, the mini DLCs went, so there was a bit of a slouch as far as performance goes on the content creation side, and so he definitely couldn't go. But this year it's gone great because Destiny's performed so well, and he's like, no, I could just go. We can just keep the profit. I was like, all right, well, I feel useless. But
It's the thought that counts. No,
no, dude. That's cool as shit.
Yeah, but now mine's coming, and he's going to spend most of his time. Yeah, also cool, I guess. Yeah, he's going to spend most of his time around us. So, I mean, if nothing else, he's going to be a nice little vessel for us to get people on our side of the con.
Yeah.
So you didn't say he was going to help at the booth.
He's going to try his best. He's not really a booth. He might be great. He might be awesome. But me and Rook, we have a system. A system. Yeah, last year we got mobbed. We didn't have like the force, I don't know, or the whatever Jake had, because Jake had a single file line at one point from like his booth to
I have no explanation for that.
Magic, it just happened, I guess.
It's sheer respect of the crowd. That's what that is.
Sheer respect. That's
honestly, if you dye your hair, it'll work for you too.
It's all about the hair. Really.
That's probably it. You're probably right. I'm too white bread.
The hair is the source of his power.
Yo, I got the overflow from Jonesy on the one side and Gamma on the other, and so I loved it. Like, it was great.
You got the attention going from one to the other.
I was the newbie, and I was like, yeah, these people, they're fucking awesome. You come on in. It was nice.
I was going to say, is hoping that we can somehow get the lines of the people going to your booth in front of some of us lesser known artists.
We need you to queue, turn, and just stand here. You're going to be in front of. You're gonna be in front of this booth for a while. Take a look at them.
I'm gonna bring those posts with the ropes like they have in the theaters, and I'm just gonna trap people in Artist Alley.
No exit.
And before they can leave, we're gonna hire somebody that's bigger than Khan to stand there, and he'll let them out if their bag is heavy enough. You know. And you can get
Sorry, too
this
late.
isn't 50 pounds.
Yeah.
It needs to be 50 pounds.
You gotta have like little signs. It's like exit that way, and they keep going that way. It's like exit, keep going. Sign.
This might work.
3 times.
Yeah, but our little system is Rook is like our carnival barker. He's screaming, so I don't have to, so that he can get people ready behind the first wave of our booth, because there's it's like 4 people in front of the booth, right? And he's kind of projecting his voice. And he does the whole spiel, and he talks about the stuff behind us. And we've got a photography sheet with our prints on it, held up by magnets, so we don't have to damage the print. And he's like, "All right, this is the stuff. This is the guys, you know." And then people in the front will be like, "Yeah, I want that one, and that one." And he's like, "Okay, cool." And he handles the money, and then Sess will grab the inventory down under the table
in the basement.
Down there to get the stuff that they order, and they'll bring it back up at the time. By the time she's found them all and got them everything up, then the payments already pretty much be processed and moved over to me. And last year, I didn't want to sit down because I'm not I sit down constantly, right? So I was standing up and kind of hunched over the entire time, which is terrible for your back, but it's all right. But it gave me the opportunity to spend 3 to 5 seconds per person, which was awesome. Just oh man, hope you're having a really great time. Do you want me to sign this at all? Okay, here, pick a color, man. We got silver, gold, awesome, great. And they were like, dude, man, it's really cool to see you. I love seeing all these artists here. It's really great. I love the experience, man. Just seeing this stuff. We can just take home all this cool stuff that everyone's making. Oh, did you see these pens? Oh, it's just yeah, I know I've seen them. They're not mine, but I want something. Go back over there and give me 3. And
that's such a good impression.
Right? For those who are, this is your first con, that's pretty much what you're going to hear a lot. Oh my God.
Especially with the ratio being so small at this con. I'm used to doing cons that have 10,000, 100,000 people.
Yeah, I think this one, what was it, 3, 6, something like that?
Something like that. So it's the ratio to people to artists. There's 30 artists? Is that what I heard right?
How much was it?
I
don't know. Does anybody remember how much there was last year?
8 or 10.
Yeah, and there's 30.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
So you can imagine that's 100 people per artist at any time, or throughout the weekend,
And it was
pretty crazy.
I think surprised actually. There's not going to be. I think even for all of us, our first time was last year. I think we were a little bit nervous about oh man, nobody's going to know who we are. Yeah. But there's a lot of people that, like Gamma was saying, they're really supportive. It's not like they're just going there to seek out the person that they know. Like they're not just going like, you know what, I'm gonna go see Young Con and then I'm out, bro. But like they want to see all the artists. So
that is the correct answer.
If I could say anything,
that's why I went last year. I was like, "Where's your booth?"
Sure. I treat him and kept the bag at our booth so that he would stay with us. So. But yeah, like people are really kind there. They really want to be there and see all this stuff. So even if they don't necessarily know who you are right now, they're gonna know once they leave, you know, because that's what people want. They want to find these artists. So
yeah, and they'll like to get the full experience. They'll hit every booth they possibly can, see all the cool stuff people are saying, meet as much as possible. And because of that, the second they stop by your booth, even if they don't know who you are, they're gonna be like, "That's awesome." And if it like really resonates with them, like the whole, like the Voidwalker, you know, little pin or Moon's Haunted stickers that I'm gonna buy all of. Well, not those obviously because they're not gonna have any of, but
Moon's Haunted.
Moon's Haunted.
Proceeds for these are gonna be going to St. Jude's.
Oh, nice! Extra awesome. So
forgot to mention that earlier.
Yeah, so like it's the experience was awesome in itself, just getting to meet so many people, and then. Like I also met like one of my closest friends there who had no idea who I was. Like I met a lot of people that had no idea who I was, which was I think way cooler than meeting people that even knew me, which was weird in itself. I'm sure Jake knows the kind of like a con. Now that you got a booth, people are gonna find you a lot easier, for example. But like I'm sure people even did it last year, like where they were like, "Oh man, dude, I've been watching you for like, dude." For like so long, and I'm like, I'm finally here, man. And like you're huge, dude. Like I wish I had guns like you, man.
Look, it was tough for me. Okay, you don't have to bring that up.
You didn't name names.
It's an emotional time in my life.
Like the anxiety of
that was a far out time. Like people know me at TwitchCon. This is shocking.
Dude, if anyone ever know me at TwitchCon, I would do a backflip, and I can't do backflips. I'm so small.
The anxiety of running my table solo is now growing.
We're gonna put that to the test.
I'm right there with you. Solo table.
Solo table, bros. I'm gonna die. It's gonna be great.
Solo table people, please let us know if you need something. Honestly,
yeah,
you're gonna be stuck there. You'll need water. You'll need food. You'll need drinks. You'll need it, so just let us know.
It's like Jake was a freaking trooper. Like I'm sorry about this, by the way, bud. I apologize if it bothered you at all. But like at least 4 or 5 times each of those days, we'd like, "Hey man, you need anything?" Or Spartan would go over and like, "Dude, you good? You want some help?" Because like I said, that line went all the way back to Magic the Gathering, which is on like the across this little aisle. Wait, hang on, real quick. While I got you here, Jake, did you videotaped? Or not videotaped. How the fuck old am I? No, sorry. You fuck me, dude. You recorded.
Did you break out the 8-track?
You recorded video. I've been meaning to ask you this since like it happened.
I recorded this.
You recorded the
on daguerreotype. Did you get it on daguerreotype?
Wait, I want to know. I want to know what Gamma Chef's asking.
All right, so what we're talking about? We're talking about booth, right? No, but like you recorded the people coming in the door the second day, right?
I think so. Yeah. They're like the onslaught.
Did you put that anywhere? Because that was frightening.
I think I put. Yeah, I think I twittered it out.
Oh my god!
Like
we have it recorded too.
So for everybody's understanding on the podcast on the show, the second day, people ran to get in line for Gambit.
Because they knew.
This is the preview of Gambit, and that line filled up, and I think they capped it at it was going to be 8 hours at the end of the day or something like that.
But that filled up in like 1 minute.
Yeah, literally. People sprinted, and then we're settling in for like the 6 to 8 hour wait.
That's ridiculous. What's crazy though is like they're probably going to do that kind of again this year. Hopefully they handle it a little better. With the thing they're doing. I don't know
stations this year.
I don't know.
They said I heard more.
Yeah, it's more now.
Good.
I'm hoping we're going to be in an area like open near all this stuff and not like stuck in like a conference room or something.
Last year it was all together, and I think that's their plan again this year.
I hope Artist Alley was dead in the front. The doors opened. The first thing you saw was artists.
We were there first.
The first thing you saw was Jake.
That's what I love to hear.
That was great.
And great. I think they talked about that being intentional at some point. Broman talked about how like he didn't want to separate. They didn't want to have it in separate spaces because they didn't want there to be like those chunks between them. Which is
it's like that again. But
it's a very different kind of venue, right? Yeah. Seems like a big place though, right? Like there's like restaurants and stuff all inside it.
I'm so happy for that.
It's a resort.
Wild.
So like last year, day two. Wow, last year, day two. It was a little slower, but only by a little bit, just because like people like, but only like some of them saved their money. You could say like like for day two. Like day one, they want to make sure they went around and experienced stuff. Day two, they got the art. So it's not like too crazy, but like the Gambit line, for example, that I think had a certain amount of influence as to like how many people visited your booth, because like they were stuck there almost all day. If they got in the line near the back, that rope tied off behind them. Mathematically impossible, people.
Find something else to do.
Yeah, like a trickle. It was like a trickle for that, people coming out. But I mean, I'll say I did better on Saturday, because you also get a lot of folks that don't have Friday off. And so they could only get a 1-day pass, and they only come on Saturday. So that's
it's about fair, yeah. Like
it's pretty cool that they at least spread it out like that, because some cons are like really long and they go on, or like they're only like a specific weekend time starts late on a Friday or something like that, and most of it's in the middle of the weekend. It's pretty cool. They make sure that people like sort of all ages, all chunks, all types can get in without too much stress.
Yeah,
hard to get off work,
Well, we're gonna have to cut the story a little short so we can move along with everybody else.
I'm sorry if I took too long. I apologize, guys.
No, it's all right. Sparkles got me in the chat. He goes, he's like, "Welcome to
Sparkles."
Yeah, it's like
Sparkles.
Never heard me.
Wasn't someone saying something about
never heard you say that before, or never noticed rather?
It's Sparkles.
We need to make that glitter pen y'all wanted to do thing. just everyone.
That was a boot
glitter is
cannon. It's a
banned
boot cannon.
Are we telling? All right.
Yeah, just make everyone should make their own sparkles thing. Just for sparkles.
Perfect.
Moving on.
All right. Well, where can people find you, Gamma, and find more of your art?
GammaTrap.com. The Gamma Trap at Twitter. I'll post this link.
Sparkles.net.
Oh, dang it. Square got me. Oh. Square only got my website. Thanks, Square. I appreciate that. But the glitter away.
You're stuck on the glitter now, aren't you?
Well, no, I'm reading from Spikel. But my website and my Twitter have pretty much all my links. We do Patreon stuff for Mylan stuff. You can also see all my work, pretty much, especially all the Destiny work, on Mylan's videos. Which, in fact, I'm going to continue working on one that's due tonight.
Sprinkles.
Perfect. All right. Well, we're going to jump into another trivia question. We're going to roll on. This one's going to be art related, and this one's a little different, but I thought it was wildly interesting. What artist was struck in the face with a mallet by an envious rival, disfiguring him for life? And this is actually for Cobb. Cobb won. Do you know what famous artist was smacked in the face with a mallet by an envious rival?
Gallagher?
You would think so. With his brother and his twin.
His brother.
I have never heard that ever.
This is actually true, but Michelangelo was actually struck in the face by a rival that disfigured him for the rest of his life.
Dude, maybe after that, he finally could like see straight, and he's like, "Oh, now I can make these sculptures look real."
He's probably like sitting painting somewhere, and dude just full force, like unbeknownst.
Well, I don't think it was like an Acme like mallet or anything like that. I mean,
if it was, would it have just like bonk and
like
turned
could've
rubber?
been a stone with twine around it back then. I don't know.
He was a sculptor, so it was probably like it was one of those little like
the chisel hammers
mallet,
Well, I bet it sucked.
Either way, I bet it hurt.
Yeah.
Did him a favor so far as I could tell, because man, that guy's art. I don't know what he was seeing before, but now, whoo, on roofs and stuff.
Those roll spite sculpture. I'll show him.
There you go. Thanks, Con. Con, thanks for coming on with us, bud.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Now, you've been at all the Guardian Destiny cons, haven't you?
All except for the bar meetup.
And that was actually found. Laz actually found that, and that was actually at O'Brien's Irish Pub.
Oh.
I have one of those by me.
It's a franchise?
Yeah.
We have
I'm
one.
pretty sure it's called
O'Brien's
O'Brien.
in my hometown, but it sold ribs.
See, we have a Shenanigans. And if you've ever seen Super Troopers,
Shenanigans.
I have a Shenanigans.
We have a Shenanigans.
Do
it's
you?
it's like 25 minutes away from where I am. It's great.
They can't be a real surname.
6 blocks away.
Shenanigans? Shenanigans?
It was called Spankies. They also just called it Spankies.
Was
I
this
don't
a
know why.
Wow.
It's an Irish bar. My dad's band
Specialize in a
there when I was
variety of
kid.
sauces.
Kelly,
yo,
tell us a little bit about the prep work going into this year. I know Con talked about your exclusive print.
And it's really cool. The printer, I got him done through. I explained because last year he knocked off a little bit on the cost because it was for St. Jude, et cetera. And this year I told him that these prints were going to be 100%. All these, and when I picked them up, I asked him if he, was able to do anything on them. He was like, "Oh, those are on us. We donated those." So like 100% of those prints, it's amazing. Like the dude donated them from the print shop, and they
That's
come out
badass.
Really. I'm gonna hand number them 1 of 100, 2 of 100, like all of them.
That's awesome.
So once they're gone, they're gone. But I was pretty pumped when Con approached me about that. But as far as prep work, last year, if anyone remembers, my extensive booth consisted of my tag hung up on the back wall, and that was about it. So this year, I have a banner. I have this tapestry here. I think I'm going to hang behind me to put my price listing on and stuff.
Are you going to keep that tapestry, or are you going to sell that too? Because
that's available on my Teespring for like $44. I couldn't believe how huge it is. Like it's pretty massive.
And it's phenomenal quality, I assume.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's really good. I honestly didn't get it for that, but I got it to hang in the background of my streams. And the more I looked at it, I was like, and I also got this pull up 2x8 extended.
Seen that? That looks awesome.
Thank you. And so yeah, a few upgrades this year. I'm definitely bringing 3 times the amount of variations in the artwork, I guess, because last year I think I had 10 to 12 total prints or pieces of art. And this year I've got tons of this is my most recent drawing, but I have a lot that are this actual size, the half size, 5.5 by 8.5. A few originals too, but yeah, a lot more variety. Not so much the trinkets and little doodads and things I had last year. I had a lot of stickers and some 3D printed knives, which I felt really bad because those knives sold during the VIP hour. They wiped it out before. I'm kind of scared. I actually wanted to talk to Con about that, how he felt about the prints, because they could very well sell out just during the VIP. I don't know.
I don't think there's
so yeah,
VIP hour this year.
Oh, there's not? Okay.
Yeah, I think they didn't want to do that.
No.
Okay. Well, good.
Gives more opportunity for the masses.
So yeah, I learned something unfortunate today. I picked up my prints a little over a week ago, and this past yesterday, I picked up the remainder that I had to order, and I hadn't looked at them till today. I started going through them, and a lot of them I had quantities of 30 each. I realized they only gave me 10 each. So it's gonna be a mad scramble Monday because they're closed on weekends. So I gotta hit them up, bro, because I think he charged me and I paid for the quantities I asked for. So, but yeah, just a lot of prepping with that. Few business cards. I'm giving away or another gun, doing another raffle this year, and this year it will be a custom malfeasance that I just posted tonight. Yeah, like I was really stoked to get like the way the light hit, because you can kind of see there's 3 colors. It's purple, teal, and green, and it actually changes depending on what angle the light hits it. So the picture you can kind of see the 3 different colors in it. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, so pumped about that. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's always fun to see everyone, the after parties, meeting the faces to match the names of people you know online, and it's just all love.
And you got a tradition for every GuardianCon too, don't you?
Oh yeah, tattoos.
Do you have it picked out yet for this year?
Yeah. I'm getting the what I consider the House of Wolves cob. It's like you see it everywhere, all over the game. And once I point it out to people, they're like, "Thanks, man."
Now I see it everywhere.
So yeah, now the big thing is just figuring out where to get it. Like all the cons, like when I get the tattoos, like when I get my actual tattoo, I like to research,
Forehead. Forehead. Right here.
So when it's something, yeah, perfect. So when it's something like at a foreign place or somewhere where I'm not as familiar with the artist, I tend to pick things that can be traced, for lack of better words. Like, I got the tricorn one year, which is awful twisted. Got Omnigul last year. That was actually like right before I went down for the con. But this year, yeah, I think young Con is going to join up. Issacol was going to, but she pre-made her appointment. So, yeah,
I'm down to go.
I wish I could, but I think my Destiny tattoo would be too complicated.
I'm down.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. You really don't want to get like the Guardian leaping, holding my thing, like a half sleeve or something. You just want.
I want an iron axe right here.
There you go.
I'll have to do that otherwise.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. So anyone out there, I invite anyone that wants some ink to do it. Not necessarily get up with me, because we're gonna have tons of people, I think, maybe trying to go. So I'm pumped about that. I don't know exactly when, but at some point it'll happen.
Rain check for next year.
After breakfast on Thursday. So yeah, I'm just excited. Oh, and this year, as you know, it is hard to run a table by yourself. And last year I had some lovely assistance from those who shall not be named. And this year I'm bringing my son. He's 15, so this will be like his first GuardianCon, and he's a huge gamer. So
that's awesome.
He's super familiar with a lot of the people in the online community, and when I say like, oh yeah, that, he was watching a Fallout Plays video the other day. I'm like, yeah, that's a buddy of mine. He's like, what? So being there, like introducing him to all these people, I think that'll be a really cool experience for him.
We finally get to meet Cobb too.
Cobb Jr., KJ.
He would carry every single one of us in Fortnite, hands down.
You should see him now, Jones. He's just believe it.
Yeah, I tried to play Fortnite today. Actually, I only opened one thing and I died. I don't know how it happened.
Like, yeah, I'm just waiting to see a guy balanced on a bowling ball, with like a rocket pack on his. It's so like crazy over the top, like over the past couple years. So,
well, cool. You get, dude. He's gonna have a blast, and it's gonna be a great experience.
He really is.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
I told him to bring the PlayStation, so
Oh yeah.
Maybe he wants to go back to the B&B when Dad goes out in the evenings. Maybe we'll see.
Throwing that out there. Just be prepared. Pack the PS4,
just in case, son.
Just in case. It's too bad it's not ported over to the Switch yet. You can just bring the Switch wherever.
Mm-hmm. Switch it up.
Stadia thing.
Or the Stadia.
Stadia, where are you?
Oh yeah,
it's coming.
I really hope that Stadia works, because it'd be really awesome to just go to the hotel and
hotel Wi-Fi. I don't know. I'm dubious.
Hotspot.
I really think Stadia will work as long as your internet works properly. Like, I couldn't do it because my internet's crap. But I don't know if it'd be Stadia's fault.
Your frame rates may vary.
Yeah.
No 4K for everyone. No, awesome, dude. Yeah, I mean, well, where can people find more of the Cobb One art and all the art he makes?
Like a lot of the previous amazing artists, all my socials are one name, Cobb One Art, KOBONEART. YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, all the lovely socials. I have one link up. It's on my new business card. It's like one of those link tree links, but it contains everything. So if you can make it to my Instagram and click the link in the bio, it'll take you to everything. Even my old music links. I used to produce a lot of hip hop.
Which was fire, by the way. We used that track on the.
That was one of my old beats.
Yeah.
El Jefe.
Nice.
But yes, awesome. So come to GuardianCon, get you an exclusive.
We're gonna have to work something out. You're gonna have to get me one of those.
Absolutely. Yes, you should.
I'm definitely gonna grab me one for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna roll on to another trivia question. We got a couple more people, and I know it's getting late. Thank you everybody for just bearing with us. It's been a lot of fun, but I know it's getting late for everybody. This next trivia question is not really trivia, but how much did this year's GuardianCon St. Jude's charity raise so far? And this is going to Steph in the bottom right corner.
Guess. I think the last time I saw it was around 3 million.
Yep, $3.7 million
Okay,
so far.
3.7. That was close.
You were close. Thank you so much for coming on with us tonight.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the prep work in the booth this year.
Honestly, it was pretty crazy. The prep work side is that, honestly, I was thinking about it for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just kept telling myself, I was like, what am I going to make? Because a lot of my stuff were commission based, so I wanted to start off with something new, and further on I just wanted to get really ambitious. So until I had to ask a few of my friends for some ideas, and I'm really thankful that they were able to help me to gather some input. And so I actually only started working on it just 3-4 weeks ago. One of the things I was really excited to start on was I was making these little charms, and there were 3, one of each class guardians, and they were holding a little bowl of ramen on there because Pixel actually suggested to me that everyone loves food. So I was like, okay, let's make something cute and adorable that way.
I love this so much.
Yeah.
So cute.
And so I was glad to have those in and into production. I was actually kind of worried because I also ordered it from Zap Creatives. And they told me about 15 business days. And I was looking at the calendar. I was like, oh my goodness, this is cutting it close.
I love Zap, but they're so slow.
Yeah.
Good quality, but
yeah,
slow.
which they turned out really amazing. And so those were the charms. And then I wanted to do some new posters, which I actually started posting it and previewing it on my social media, which were the 2 raid posters, and one of them a Gambit poster. So it was something entirely, I've never done it before, and everything it was pretty much stepping out of my safe or comfort bound.
Yeah,
and
comfort zone.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to kind of show those off, and as well as
they're all in chat for you right now, Steph. They look amazing.
Those raid ones are beyond epic.
Yeah, they're so good. So good.
I'm so excited. Need that last wish one.
I love the line art on those.
Honestly, I was taken surprise on how everyone loved these, and I was like, oh, it's just
people are gonna go absolutely crazy for this stuff. You don't even know.
Yeah.
They've come out so good. I mean the Scourge of the Past one I went crazy for, because I love the giant mech robot looking over the corner. It's just like, I am here. No.
We can almost tell you for sure that however many you're bringing is probably not enough.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I can already tell you because I know how many she's bringing. It's not enough.
Well, how many are you bringing down, Steph?
Ideally,
That's
it was
it.
like
No, just kidding.
50 of each poster, but then I'm like, after I've seen that, like the numbers and the stats going off on social media, I was like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do?
You're gonna bring more.
The size of them.
You're gonna need a lot more.
You're gonna bring more.
Yeah,
What's the
and then
size?
a bunch of people are like requesting like other raids, like a lot of the Crown of Sorrow, and I'm like, I've never run that raid. I don't really know much about it.
Just
But-
look up the armor sets and some screenshots.
Yeah, for sure.
Just take orders on like after the con or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of planning to do. Like,
And make sure that you make up the guns. Just like from nothing. Make no one recognize the guns.
Like a balloon gun?
Just to trigger.
like, why'd you use this gun? Well, I was like, I don't know. So yeah, and so there's those like 3 11x17 posters, and then I got a handful of 8x10 posters of just a couple of things I've done in the past, and I thought they were kind of pretty neat and almost a little bit of a minimalist sort of posters of various classes. And I got one that was of a chibi Crota, so I'm printing that one out because he's adorable and everybody loves him. Oh yeah, I'm bringing along some stickers as well because I remember a lot of people were like asking me, I was like, are you bringing stickers? Even from last year when I came to GuardianCon for the first time, they're like, do you have like stickers of these, and are you ever gonna have a booth and things like that? It's like, I would love these as posters. I'm like, I was kind of like surprised that so many people would be so interested in it, and yeah, that's about it.
We love you, Steph. Are we gonna actually get to take a picture with you this year, or do we still have to have you with the helmet on?
Funny enough is like when we were talking about like, well, what's gonna happen at that point with Pixelated, and she was like kind of doing like a little mock-up out of like sticky notes. I was like, this is the helmet and I'm gonna make you this. It was like really adorable. But as far as that goes, like I'm kind of a little bit personal on that, and I don't really like people taking photos of me, but if it happens, it happens, right? It's like out of my control.
I'll let you do all the posting of all the pictures. I know you like to put little faces on them.
Yeah.
Just borrow somebody's exo helmet for a few pictures.
I'll have that. I'll have that.
Jake's got 2, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's this giant hat with a cow on it.
Oh yeah,
You
there's
can also just kind of tip that down. You just tip that straight down, and
Yep. Look at
there
that.
you go. Yep.
Got you covered.
I'll do that sometimes in photos if I don't feel like having my face in there.
We'll just shout across the artist, I told you, we need the hat!
That's awesome. Oh, all right. Are you going to have any exclusives or anything for your booth this year? Or is everything kind of exclusive for the
I think
GuardianCon?
like for the moment, everything would be kind of exclusive until like, because I got a lot of things going on in my life that's really hard for me to manage both my real life work and of course like accommodating everyone's requests for prints and stuff. So I'll be able to only print like for GuardianCon and then possibly do another reprint afterwards, but that'll be it. Like one time sort of thing.
Very cool.
But we'll see how it goes. Like if it starts cooling down, then I'll be able to probably have more time put in and kind of have give everyone a chance to buy a print, even though they're not able to come to GuardianCon.
I'm sure it'd be incredibly popular. I mean, everybody loves your work, and having the option of buying it online would probably help a lot of people that aren't able to travel to Orlando, Florida during the hottest point of the year to go buy it. You know, rocking a hoodie and coming into a convention. No. Where can people find you on your socials and more of your art?
I'm only on like Twitter and Instagram at the moment. So on my Twitter, it's RA_II, and for Instagram, it's instead of an underscore, it'd be like a dot. So it's like RA.II.
No, awesome. Thank you so much for coming on with us. I know you're going to have a blast down there, and it seems like a lot of people are going to have, this is their first year of having their booths or a booth at GuardianCon, and I know just sharing in the experience with everybody else, everybody's going to have a great time. So it has not gotten any cooler in this office, just in case you're wondering.
jeez.
It's still like 85 degrees.
Oh my God.
That's
What time is it over there?
It's there's numbers on the clock.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll right on to the next question. This question is a pretty easy one. It is, what was Cade 6's hand cannon named? And this is actually gonna go to Dr. Jones,
Billy,
the one and only Billy.
That one's super easy. We should ask what my wife thinks. Madison, right here.
Madison.
He said, "What was the name of Cade 6's weapon? His hand cannon." She's just gonna have to make it up, but I want to know what she would imagine she named.
She's like, no.
It's Billy.
Do it.
Well, duh, the ace of spades, obviously. But
yeah, that was an easy
knew
one.
that.
She knew that. So.
Well, welcome. Thank you both so much for coming on. And Madison, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for hanging out with all of us.
Oh, no problem.
Now, you guys, you had a booth last year, and you're carrying it over to this year too. But you work together with your company. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the prep work and what you guys do?
Yeah, so Dachi is essentially something that Madison had come up with, like 4 or 5 years ago or something. It's taken a couple of forms and shapes over the years. I think originally the idea was that we wanted to start something that we could share with like a lot of our friends, and we have a lot of people who do photos and art and video and stuff like that. And Dachi Collective initially was going to be Dachi is short for friend, and so Dachi Collective was like the friend collective. And like a lot of things, I guess a lot of people have these ideas how they want to start things, and it kind of takes different shape. And so eventually it kind of came to the thing that me and Madison do, and both of us are creative people, and we ended up turning it into our thing. And so we both collectively kind of make our own things, and then I might design something, and then she's my boss, and I let her take a look at it and say, hey, well, okay, what do you think that we should do, and how do you think that we should adjust it? And so we both get two creatives' eyes on a piece, and really kind of work together to make whatever it is that we do. So, but I don't know. What, you got anything to add on that, or?
I just think for us working together is really cool because he's like the hands-on, like he pretty much comes up with all the designs and like follows through with that, and I am more of like the curator of things, so we kind of have a pretty good balance together, so everything works out pretty well.
She's curated museums for like all these huge shows, and she's super modest about it and doesn't talk about it. Like she's curated for like Cartoon Network and all these huge museums and stuff, and all this really cool thing that she never talks about. And I'm always pressuring her to share with other people. But
that is epic.
Yeah. As far as our prep work goes, I'll let Madison talk about it because
now,
I am 100% the biggest. I would argue I'm the biggest procrastinator here. So I'll let her take that one.
Before we started tonight, I asked him if I should tell the real version of, which is essentially us like leaving GuardianCon last year and me telling him, this is what we have to do. This is our timeline, set it up month by month leading up to, a couple days from now, and me having these expectations. And then his version of prep work is we still haven't even picked up any of our t-shirts to print. So we'll be doing that on Monday.
Yeah. So
that's
so we'll place our order on Monday for the shirts. and then I'm gonna be printing on Monday and Tuesday night.
He will print until we leave for the airport.
Pretty much. So for anybody that doesn't know, like the other thing that we do is like I have a screen printing company here, and we do everything like literally in house. My garage is a 2-car garage. It's completely converted into a workshop. This is where my actual like my business is here at home. So we do have the luxury of kind of being able to do that because I can literally walk out in my garage after this podcast and go print some shirts if I want, you know? So I do have a little bit more of a luxury of being able to do that, but I will take 100%. Like I am a huge procrastinator. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we're still working on. So we do have some of our stuff like now that we didn't actually produce ourselves. Obviously, you can't see, it's a little bit dark, but we have these cool little dad hats that we're bringing.
Those are so awesome.
Super limited. I don't know what you guys are talking about. These are just snakes. I don't know what they're from. So, but super limited, really. And I ended up doubling the order because I literally was only bringing 12, and I had a lot of people say, "Oh my God, I want one." And I was like, "Oh my God, I don't want to like disappoint people, you know." So I'm bringing twice as many. So that's cool. And we do have a limited amount of pins. We're trying to bring an exclusive pin to GuardianCon every year, like something that we're really just only selling at GuardianCon. And I don't know if it'll show up on the camera because it's kind of dark in here, but we have these little, they're just a little
I saw those posted earlier today.
Yeah, our little light ghost here. So we have 100 pins that we're bringing. So you know, hopefully for the 2 days and yeah, like, so yeah, we'll see. Hopefully everything, and I think as far as shirts go, right now we have we're bringing our Arcade 6 Shoot and Loot shirt back again this year.
Nice.
We are bringing. I brought a couple of shirts last year that were ones that I printed, and I just, they were literally from my dresser that I had never run a full batch of. I have a Keep Calm and Just Wipe shirt that I made, and I'm gonna update it a little bit, but I'm gonna bring that again because I had so many people that literally wanted to buy the shirt off the wall behind us, and I'm like, I've worn that shirt so many times. Like, you don't want that shirt. And people were like, no, I'll pay you for it. I'm like, I am not selling you that shirt. It's dirty right now. Like,
hold it out of the hamper.
Yeah. I just had it there to show, showcase, hey, this is kind of what we do. And so we're going to bring that one. And I think the plan is to have 2 other designs, and I think one that's exclusive to GuardianCon only. Those are like, 2 of them are sitting in Photoshop, almost finished right now. And I say almost because I have a huge client job I'm printing at the same time. So trying to finish those this weekend, and then we'll get the shirts kind of going. But other than that, we have like some decal stickers and stuff of a couple of designs that we that is stuff that we have printed, like the pins. We also have some decals and various logos and cool stuff that everybody loves from the Destiny universe and stuff. But I because I'm a procrastinator, we don't have any actual like prints of anything, and I really want to. And I like Madison said, she's been telling me literally since we left GuardianCon last year, and I hit it real hard for like a month, and then I was like, I am so blocked, and I have no, I don't know. I get really bad art block, and I couldn't figure out what to do. And I think I let that take over me, and I had such huge ambitions, and then I waited too long. So, we're going to bring what we can. And like Con said, and somebody else said, you guys are getting what you're getting. So.
Now, last year, your booth was wildly popular. I think you sold out of most of your shirts last year, didn't you?
Yeah, we sold out of everything. Like the majority of it probably by the first day, and then within an hour or two, the second day, we kind of wrapped everything up.
I think by the end of the first day, we had 8 T-shirts left.
Yeah, there's a moral to that story, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was our first con last year, and we had no idea what to expect, and somebody was talking about Cobb. I had been pestering Cobb for weeks and weeks and weeks, and even up until the night before, I was like, dude, I'm so scared. I'm so worried. What if I made all this stuff and I have to go home with all this stuff, and I spent a lot of money, and I mean, all of us artists here know it's like it's expensive to make things, so sometimes it's scary. And so we went into it knowing, okay, this is how much we are willing to spend and walk away with nothing, this is how much we're comfortable with losing if we don't sell stuff, right? And of course, I don't want to make it sound like this is all about money to us, because it's really not. I think being at the event alone is worth the amount that you spend to go. Like networking, meeting the friends and the people alone is worth the money that we spent to do it. But that being said, you still got to pay your bills and come home, So this year, I think we're doubling how many shirts we brought last year. So I think last year we brought about 150, and I think we're trying to aim for about 300 this year. So, and to me, that sounds like a lot, that sounds like a lot of shirts. So I'm still like, oh, I hope people want them, because we're going to bring, a fair amount of them. So, but we were shocked and blown away by the response. We had no idea. I mean, we had people coming up. There would be people that I knew that were, streamers or people that are in the community that would walk up and be like, "Oh my God, I love your stuff, and look, I want to buy this." And I was just like staring at them like, "Dude, I know who you are." What? So it was funny, because to me it's very humbling, and we were just like, wow, like we did not expect that whatsoever, So we're very gracious and like thankful that people even wanted what we had.
Sorry.
I feel like we feel lucky to be considered amongst everybody else, and like there's so many great artists there, and I look up to so many other people, I've talked, like, followed Jake and Con and Cobb and stuff, and I think like they've all over the last year or 2 years like inspired me to keep doing more stuff. And then I meet everybody else that's here on the podcast, and I'm like, oh my God, like now I feel like we have like a lot of really cool friends. So so I don't know, it's this fishing cycle of inspiration, So.
I think one of the coolest parts of like the first day of last year's like convention is like just getting to finally see everybody. For me, it was the first time, because I never set foot in my office, but I got to see everybody, and I was like, holy shit! Oh my God, dude!
No, but I really can't wait to see, and this is my top number one thing: a floor plan.
What is this madness? What are you speaking of?
He's got jokes.
I heard there might be. I don't know.
Sets the world on fire.
It's gonna be Post-its on tables.
No, that's gonna have to be like, you're gonna need a wish dragon for that one, buddy.
Oh,
good luck.
I'll bring a lot of paper and a lot of pens. Do it ourselves.
There it is.
But yeah, that's kind of what I guess went into all of our stuff. So I mean, it's weird. I always feel weird, because I feel like we're like the shirt people, and I think just because I screen print, that's kind of how, at least to me, how my art kind of transfers into that always, just because I've screen printed for 15, 16 years now. So whenever I design anything, it's like, put it on a shirt, like.
I think that's how our mindset works.
That's the way mine is. Design it, paper craft it. I feel you.
Right on. I mean, your shirts are so recognizable, not only in the community but everywhere. I mean, you can pick out, one of your designs from across the, a busy room, and they stand out so much and are absolutely hands down just amazing shirts. And I love the Fortnite one where the guy's dropping in. I have a couple of them. I have 3 different shirts, and I wear them. They're on my weekly rotations every week, and I think I'm not alone in saying that either. I know a lot of people, your shirts are constantly everybody's weekly routines. Like, I don't know how I keep ending up wearing this shirt on streams. I'm gonna have to bury it in a drawer here soon. But
wow, it's wild, man. I mean, the second day, I think Madison came a little bit later than I did, because obviously, like everybody here that was there last year, we were beat. So the second day, knowing that we had 8 shirts, I was like, you know what? I can man the booth by myself. You take your time. I'll get down there. And I walked from like CVS to the convention center. And it was a couple blocks. And like I passed 4 or 5 people wearing our shirts. And I was like, wow, this is wild, dude. Like this is so random. I just don't even know what to think of it, you know? Like, so I mean, like I said, we feel honored that people even care about what we did. And I do have to say, I couldn't do any of this without my wife, Madison, because I would be printing literally till the second I got on a plane, or I probably wouldn't be able to figure any of it out because she's the planner.
He wouldn't have a plane ticket because I have to book it.
She's the brains behind the operation. So gotta be real.
Awesome. Nice.
So yeah. So and we do have a third that's hanging out in Mama's belly this year. So
Congratulations, man.
Congrats.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Has been kicking me this entire time.
She's like, it's bedtime.
This time I can bring you breakfast food to the table.
There you go. Awesome. Well, where can people find more of you guys and your shirts and art and everything?
It ain't so.
What?
You can find us at Dachi Collective, so at DACHI Collective on pretty much everything. We do have DachiCollective.com. We have at Dachi Collective on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So
nice.
Real.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Cobb's cracking up in the corner. I think he's just getting late for him.
Ignore Farian. What the hell? Stealing thunder.
Why are you blaming me?
He made a jokey ass floor plan JPEG and shared it.
It says artist ally.
Art is not even spelled right. I didn't even notice.
This is where you can find the artist allies.
And then correctly spelled Fortnite. Like
Game Fuel's got a really overlarge presence in this map, I feel like. But you know.
The last trivia question.
Game Fuel.
What did Lord Saladin try to lock away in a forgotten vault? And this one is going to go to the one and only EXO himself, Jake Myler.
Hey.
What's
Hello.
up, buddy?
Hey, what's up? I'm going to try to keep everything really quick and simple because it's getting late. But
Yeah.
Siva? It's got to
You're
be Siva,
absolutely right.
right? Awesome.
Nailed it. I knew that was too easy. I should have said something else. No, awesome. Tell us a little bit about the prep for this year's GuardianCon.
Oh, basically, like this year, I basically started getting ready for the next GuardianCon as soon as GuardianCon ended, last summer. So like, and most of my prep is just basically, let's try to get a volume of Watermelon XO printed and like the next issue out. And then I think just it was the whole thing with Cade dying and stuff happened, and like the Dreaming City, and then I basically got almost zero comics done that whole year. And so this issue 3 is coming out, but it's gonna be like 25 pages. It's a little bit thinner than usual. Like I had to add a little bit of extra sketches and stuff to it, but it's gonna be good. And I've been working on all these different things all year. Like I got these 2 posters. Yeah, these are like
It's
nice. These are posters that are based on like the lore books in Destiny, like the man they call Cade, and then Most Loyal, and with Varix right there. And I just thought it would be cool to like make a movie poster that is based on like the lore, and like what if the lore was a movie.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah. So and this one also I should mention is going like 100% of the proceeds to St. Jude. So the one with Cade.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so then I got like a bunch of pins, got a bunch of posters.
Are you bringing the shader pin back?
Yep. Yeah. By popular demand, I'm gonna bring that one back. Yeah. So I'm gonna have like 4 different kinds of pins. I have a Zur pin. Yeah. I have a an emo, like an emo, like Aldrin pin, which looks pretty nice. Yeah, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. What was the other question?
Oh, the other one. Well, are you going to have any exclusive for this GuardianCon?
Well, I guess it's exclusive if every time I go to GuardianCon, I sell out. So maybe I have a few things that I put online, like 5 issues of the comic or something, but it's pretty much exclusive. So get it while it's hot, get it there.
Yeah. And get it before Saturday mid-morning, because
out, maybe.
You're one efficient person, from what I hear. No,
I try to be. And also, we really don't know what to expect this year. Like, it could be huge, or it could be about the same, could be less. I have no idea. I don't know what to expect. So, yeah,
it's part of the fun, the anticipation, the not know.
And we will learn this in 4 days or something. So.
Yeah, people are going to start traveling here real soon.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, it's going to come quick. A couple sleeps and be here.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
No. And you said earlier, you mentioned that you're going to raffle off one of your exo helmets.
Yeah, if we get the whole raffling thing together, a lot of the people in the artist alley want to raffle off some prints or raffle off a special, I know one guy's making custom Lego miniatures. They're really awesome, and I think he's going to raffle off a little set. I think it's Brickinator is his name, maybe, and just a bunch of stuff, and hopefully we can get that together. And I'll take tickets and keep them separate, and then just on the last day, whether it's St. Jude that raffles it off, or maybe it'll be at my booth. We'll see, I guess. Yeah, but that would be pretty cool. I think it's going to be the prototype to my Watermelon Exo head. So this is the final, but I have one that basically has no eyes here, no eye covering, and then the jaw doesn't work as well. This thing opens up, and it has LED lights inside. But the other ones, it's basically a shell, but that's pretty cool, because then you could repaint it if you wanted to, customize it to your own Exo head. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool of you, too. I mean, the Watermelon Exo is very recognizable throughout the community, and just the opportunity of possibly, winning a raffle or donating to, that, and getting the opportunity to have one is absolutely incredible. I mean, that's really generous of you.
Yeah, I figured why do I have 2? I'm not going to wear this old one, but it's cool to have, but I feel like someone else would like it a lot more. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. Well, yeah, I'll keep it rolling. Where can people find you and more of the Watermelon Exo and all of your art, man?
Yeah, I mean, just the comic is at watermelonexo.com. It's all run together. There's no spaces or anything. And then you could pretty much find me at Lays Summerstone on Twitter. Yeah. So yeah, it's the name on at the bottom left hand corner of my picture here is Jake Myler, but you can look that up on Twitter. But I think there's a few rugby players or something named Jake Myler as well. So just look up Lays Summerstone. Yeah. And I post mostly there. I have other social media stuff, but Twitter is my main thing. Yeah.
I love seeing all your screen grabs and everything like that. You're a very avid player in Destiny, and I love seeing all of it too, because you find some funny stuff. You have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I love how your character transfers right into the game too. And
yeah.
It's perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, just Destiny is pretty awesome that way. It is perfect for coming up with your own lore, because you have your own character there. So you can, if you're a creative person, it's a perfect avenue.
Fair enough. All right, I'm going to roll into another question. We have one more person. This person actually jumped in a little while ago, made it onto the show with us, Miss Nominee Nobody. She has on her name, but Nominee. She was on with Cobb on our last episode 2 weeks ago. But thank you so much for coming back on. And I know you were a little worried that you weren't going to make it, but you're here.
I'm here.
Awesome. I got a trivia question for you real quick before we jump in. Who is the legendary Titan that we found dead in Curse of Osiris?
Okay, so like, I didn't play the beginning of D2.
Okay. What was the name of the NPC gunsmith in all of Destiny?
I'm really bad with that. Sorry. I'm so bad with this stuff. I mean, I play, but I'm not super good with.
All right.
Who says this is amazing?
This is amazing.
You got
He's got horns.
You got it. Come on.
You need to throw more grenades.
Shax?
Yay!
All right, here we go.
Okay. I thought it was like, okay, I really thought for a second you were asking about the guy.
Banshee?
No, you find his like
Scene 14.
tomb. Yeah, there you go.
You knew both of them. It's
We were asking about 3 different people.
Yeah.
Trying to get
it through. We were just trying to get one. Just grab one. No. But if it got these guys to like literally pantomime his voices and his sayings and everything, that was actually worth it right there.
Okay.
No, thanks for coming on again with us. But you think you'd sure just like reiterate a little bit what went into the booth this year?
Yeah, so like I said before, I did prints and everything like that. And those are all good and done. I got them all and I signed all of them and I like bagged them. So now they're completely ready for me to just go. And I'm like almost freaking out because I don't have anything to freak out about anymore. So I'm like giving myself anxiety for no reason. I'm like, oh, there's no way that I'm fully done. Like, because like the past years I've been just like Dr. Jones, like doing things until the day that I leave. Which I still am, but this is just kind of like extra stuff. Like I am just making more and more of like all of these guys to like put the vinyl on and stuff. Because I have like designed and printed out like different emblems and stuff like that to put on top of those. So I have like literally a stack of 40 behind my computer right now, and I just keep on making more just to.
If it makes you feel better, I'm weeding vinyl right now, literally.
Nice.
I'm excited to see your stuff in person, though. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
I love
thank
space
you.
stuff. Space.
Yeah, I love it. And it's like it's what I love to space, and just like the abstract art is what I love to do more than anything. So, finding a way to incorporate it into Destiny and like still have all of the people that have followed me from the beginning when I did Destiny illustrations to now, like with me doing my abstract stuff, is really, really cool. And like the support is really awesome. But yeah, sorry, that went off the rails. I am for the most part ready. I also bought my banner. I got that. I don't know if everyone hasn't seen it on Twitter yet or whatever, but I was really, really happy for that. I got all my new cards. I just recently bought the rights to my name, and so my domain name on my website is now Nominate Nobody. I'm like setting up Patreon and the website and stuff. So
that's awesome. Congrats on it.
Yeah, so it's like a copyright thing now, which is cool.
You are copyrighted.
Yeah.
So now at the end on the screen, are we going to see Nominate Nobody TM up in the corner?
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go that far and beat that guy. Right. But like it's definitely like for my LLC, so that's why, so.
Very cool. Awesome. What sort of exclusives are you going to have at the booth this year?
Okay, so I know that last time you asked me and I didn't spill the beans, but like it's fully confirmed now. So I'm going to be doing a raffle day 1 and a raffle day 2. Both of which are going to be signed 16 by 20 Eris Morn posters by Morla.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What?
So, yeah, me and her were like corresponding on Twitter, and so I'm gonna meet up with her a couple days before, and she's gonna sign 2 of them, and the raffles for that will be 100% going towards St. Jude's. So someone day 1 and someone day 2 will win them.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that'll be super cool. But I don't really think I want to do like exclusives, because I know there's like a lot of people that on my Twitter, like that can't come, and they want to be able to buy the things that I'm like offering this year. So, I think I'm gonna make everything. I mean, besides that, everything will be pretty much available after as well. If I sell out of anything, I'll just buy more, make more. Yeah, because and like not everyone can go, so I get it, you know.
That's really cool of you. That's awesome.
Thank you. Now I'm really excited. I can't believe she like did that, or it was. I mean, like it's like it's not like humble bragging, but it's getting to the point where it's still like shocking. Like I know I've like interacted with like a lot of people that are kind of like up there now, but that still is like, oh my gosh, really? You know? So it's really cool to be able to
I feel that just being here.
I do too, like interacting with, I mean, I feel that about you. Like, I don't know. It's like cool. And like with Cobb and you know, everyone else. So Monkus, it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, everybody throughout, everybody here, everybody, all the other artists that don't have booths, but just throughout the community and just everybody in general are just so accepting of each other, just willing to help each other out, and are very supportive of one another. So it's a really great community and great bunch of people to be around. It definitely is, and it's just nobody's too big. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so cool. Like I say it all the time. Like the first year that I went, because this will be my 3rd year also. The first year that I went, like I knew immediately that these were like all like my people. You know what I mean? Like I never felt officially like accepted. I don't want to say accepted, but like I felt like out of place for a really long time. So when the fact that like my first convention was a Destiny convention was super like amazing, because I met so many people online that I got to meet in person and like make new friends, and now it's like 3 years later and we're all still like really cool and like talking all the time. You know, it's like it's super amazing, and yeah.
It's like summer camp.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel you on
Very
the con
camp.
thing. Doing a lot of like anime cons and stuff, like it always seems like it's like a competition between all the other artists. Like you never feel like there's any sense of community or anything. And so like when I'm like sitting here talking to you guys and like getting ready for this con, I'm just like, wow, I feel like all these guys are my best friends. This is great.
Yeah, no, we love each other.
Yeah, it's great. This is
Awesome.
the right way to do this.
This is just it's an amalgamation of the Destiny community, just via artists.
Yeah,
I'm gonna knock Kama's table completely over by accident.
it's so amazing, like the platform that each and every one of us give each other to like all help bring each other up is like so amazing. Like I don't think at any point I felt like anyone was trying to outshine anyone else. Like everyone just wants everyone to succeed, which is so amazing.
Yeah, no, I try to retweet all y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because like, you know, it's not a secret, you know, it's hard to be a working artist. And I think the fact that all of us truly understand that is like a driving force to help everyone else as well, you know. So.
Yeah, Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit.
Yeah, right?
Reddit. God,
Art,
don't do this to
hashtag
me, man.
art is spam.
I still have so much.
I'm actually talking right now about someone trying to defend Reddit right now.
You don't have heart without art. You know what I'm saying?
So are you planning on joining Cobb and the Uber ride over to one of the tattoo parlors for
Yes, I am.
Happy dance.
Yeah, I'm gonna get something just to go with my little guy. Probably gonna get something right there.
Awesome. You want to give us a quick plug of where to find more of your
Gamma
art
just
and
plugged
where
her
to
in the
find
chat.
All my socials are pretty much the same. It's at Nominix Nobody on Twitter, on Instagram. Like I said, my website, it's down right now, but once I get that figured out, it's nominixnobody.com. So everything's the same, even my Patreon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it. And I cannot tell everybody enough how thankful I am for each and every one of you for everything you guys do day in, day out, and being troopers and coming on and hanging out with all of us tonight. I've never seen this many artists on one
This is a
streamer.
record, I think.
This is pretty awesome.
We need to do this again.
What up, Guinness?
I mean it. We should start a little a bi-weekly thing where we get on and just rag on game design and stuff. Like, why'd they give that person an outfit?
I'm into that.
Yeah, there we go. I'd be down.
Or support it. Let's get if that works.
Can I just throw on that note? Can I just
piece of shit game
real quick?
There's just some positivity in there too.
Yeah.
Who here, Bungie? I love you. Who here really likes Callus's design?
Do you mean like the actual character?
The purpose of his design is to be unappealing, and in that way, it is successful.
I think you're right.
I like the design because it's a throwback to the 1970s Jodorowsky's Dune. The entire design of the raid and the Emperor.
See, that's cool. Definitely.
You got to pick the art book up. Everything you see in the raid, like all the design motifs, you can get from the actual book.
Yeah, like the
That's
whole
amazing.
opulence thing is there's a lot of the motifs pull from these common like archetypal views of how you show what opulence is, and it's a like overfed. Well, he's a robot, which is weird also in so many ways. Also, spoilers for D1 raid, first raid.
D2 year one.
D2. Sorry, my bad. It's late.
I haven't done that one yet.
Yeah.
I haven't done that one yet. I still haven't done one of the raid layers.
I'm working backward.
Yeah.
This probably only affects me because like there's so much lore based around Callus, right?
Yeah.
Because we got to cover Callus a lot.
Mylan is doing a lot of those videos too.
Yeah, that's...
I can only draw Callus like 2 ways.
Oh god.
Right, absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to get at here. Like he's fine.
Have you tried drawing Jabba the Hutt and just slipping it in?
Yeah.
And seeing if that counts?
Now whenever we have something involving Callus, I gotta think of something else. I'm like, all right, well, who else is in this card?
I hear you.
Okay, so Gamma, have you been into Crown of Sorrows yet? Sounds like maybe no.
I haven't, but I've seen it.
The environment for the final encounter, I don't want to say too much, has a Callus statue.
Yeah.
And it is like half buried and tarnished.
Yeah.
And it is like this beautiful representation of like
I
the
love-
hive taking that over.
I loved seeing that.
And so it's like it's not about like his like appealingness or unappealingness. It's like he is also this totem that's inside that little like space inside the ship that is like it's a symbol of like, well, we let the hive in here a little bit. Oops.
Whoops.
Like it's
like don't get me wrong, I think he's awesome.
It's wild.
I think his story's cool. I think the fact that like it's just the fact based around the story, which was done correctly.
He's
I will
Reinhardt.
say.
Of course, he's awesome.
Yeah.
It's done correctly. He's not supposed to be very obvious. Like if you see him, you don't know if it's really him. You don't see him in the throne room, and you see bits, statues of him and stuff. He's supposed to be really reclusive, and even his own people don't know what he looks like much anymore. And I get that, but that makes it really hard on me. So I'm like, what else?
It's a challenge, representing like there's a concrete sort of representation of certain things that are like in the game, right? And then there's stuff that's not exactly in the game. And then there's all of the emotions and the feels and the like experiences that it brings about become like a part of what a lot of us are making and sharing because like we have that desire to share it because of what, and it has this like feedback loop. that gets us all like mixed into it and involved with it. So like it becomes serious questions of like, what is this callous mood? What? And we have to like dig into it. It's so cool. Like it's fertile, but it's also like, what all is it? Sorry, I'm like, there's a chime running around. My dog is running around.
Have you been on this podcast before?
Yeah, no, yes, I have watched. I have not been on. I've watched.
Joe, get this man on one of your podcasts and just have him talk about themes of various raid bots, because I could listen to him talk about that because it makes
because Gamma the whole time. All I'm thinking is you should choose one big celebrity that's overweight after week. So John Goodman one week, Chris Farley the next week, and just kind of go from one to the next.
Thank you all again, everybody traveling to GuardianCon this year. Safe travels. Stop by the Artist Alley. Meet these people. Hug them. High five them. Fist bump. Get some incredible exclusive arts.
Thank you all.
Thank
Night,
you,
everybody.
See everybody soon. See you there.
Bye.
This is the end.